So, hello everybody. Anna is back with a new game from REYKJAVIK Open. We can see the board there. She has not arrived yet. Her opponent has also not arrived yet, but here she is coming. She is coming and she's going to sit down and to play the fourth round. And I am Pia Cramling. I am Anna's mother and I'm going to comment on this game as I have done on the first 3 games. And here we can see Anna goes up. I hope she's going up to take some water, maybe some coffee or tea. These are classical games. You need a lot of energy. You need to have energy for maybe 2, 3, 4 hours. It can be a very, very long game. So Anna is going into the 4th round. They are playing 9 rounds during 7 days. And the first round, Anna lost against the Grandmaster Platon Galperin from Sweden. He is actually rated number 8 in the tournament. The second round, Anna won her game. She played a very, very beautiful game, and she won against a young, also Swedish player. And yesterday, Anna played her 3rd game, and they had 2 games in one day, these double rounds, which are so difficult. And Anna had a bit of a tough opening, but the big problem was she was playing so slowly. She was spending too much time, and you need the time for critical moments. There are lots of critical moments during the whole game. So Anna unfortunately lost that against a young Indian player. I believe his last name is Sustant, who pronounced it correctly. So Anna is going into the 4th round with 1 point out of 3. Here we can see her opponent. Her opponent is Asmund Gilson from Norway. I don't know him, and they both have 1 point out of 3. Here you see how they are shaking hands. Black is pressing the clock. So now Anna's clock is ticking, but it's a classical game. They don't have just some few minutes. They are going to have 1.5 hours each, and in this 1.5 hours each they need to make 40 moves, and after these 40 moves are made, if they will play such a long game, they will get half an hour each, and they will all the time have half minute per move. And here it came. Anna played her first move, and that is d4. She played d4. That is not a surprise to her opponent. That is absolutely her favorite move. I would say this is a bit of a favorite move in the whole family. This is also what her father plays and what I like to play too. So d4, d5 came. What will happen here now after d4, d5? So there's still lots of different openings that can be that we can see here. Anna goes the main move, which is c4. So we can see that this is something to remember, that we should try to take the center with our pawns. It's good to go up with them 2 steps in the center, because you make it easier to go out with the bishop later, and when you push this little pawn, you will also get up with the other bishop. And here it came. We see a Slav. So when white attacks this pawn on d5, black can answer in lots of ways. And you can take on c4, then we would have had the queen's gambit accepted. But black decided to play c6, just so to defend this pawn. So if white decides to take on d5, black would easily just take back with the pawn, because it's better to take back with the pawn, to have the pawns in the center so they're controlling more square. So here we have the Slav defense, and now white have lots of different plans to play here, lots of different plans. So Anna, she is playing knight c3, so she's putting more pressure on d5, and at the same time she's developing, she's taking out the piece. So this is just a very, very normal way to play her, knight c3. And going into this 4th round, there are 6 players having 3 out of 3. Here we see knight f6. This is also a very, very normal move to play, because Anna goes out with a knight. She's taking d5, and black brings out the knight on the king side, defending d5. And we have this little rule that we bring out the knight first, because the knights, it's quite clear that this is the best square for the knight on the queen side to be here, where it controls d5, e4, it controls lots of squares in the center. And the same with this one, it controls d5 and e4. So these are the absolutely most logical square to put the knights on. And this is why we have this little rule that in general we bring out the knights first, and then after that we bring out the bishop. I do hope Anna hasn't forgotten her glasses. I think she will need to have them during the game, so I absolutely hope she hasn't forgotten them. And so there are 6 players with 3 points, and there are 3 grandmasters and 3 IM. So there are 3 grandmasters out of these 5. Is it about? Yes. So there are, these are in the top, but there are 400 players playing in this beautiful, beautiful tournament in Reykjavik Open, that has been held for such a long time. And we can see there are strong players, there are legendary players like Vasily Ivanchuk. I would also say that Johan Hjartarson is one of the legendary players. He was one of these top players in Iceland during the 80s and 90s. He was playing also for the World Championship, playing matches, and he was getting further but in the qualification. But here we have e6. So this is just one very, very normal way of playing. So black is actually here overprotecting d5. Just with the last move, we can see that black doesn't want to go out with the bishop. You could have tried to go up somewhere, but this is a little bit a slow move, because we know that when a bishop on the queen side, this bishop goes out, this b7 will be a little bit weak. So what black now played here, sorry, we take away this. So e6, black decided to keep the bishop here on c8, and maybe later try to develop the bishop to b7, moving this pawn. It could be in different ways, but then maybe this bishop will come to b7 instead. And it's because black want to develop quickly on the king side. Black also could have some plans of grabbing this pawn and to sticking to the pawn also. So e6, I would say, is one of the main moves, and now we have a position which could have occurred, could have come up on the board in another move order also. And what will happen here? Yeah, it depends on lots of moves. White can absolutely bring out the bishop to g5 to pin the knight. You can go this little e3 move, just play a little slowly and just stay with the bishop here. You can even go what has become very popular lately, to play fianchetto, so you put the bishop on g2. So this is absolutely also possible. There's so many different moves you can play here. You can also decide what more can you decide. You can absolutely take on d5 here if you also want to, and if you would do that, black can take back with both pawns like this. Black would absolutely open up for the bishop, so that would be the most common move to play. So there are, I would say, like, you know, you have 1, you have 2, you have 3, you have 4. You can also even go with these 5 and 6 moves. I would say these are the main moves in this position, and also to take on d5. So there are maybe about 7 different moves here to choose from in this position. And depending on what Anna will do, and depending on what her ending will, what her opponent will answer, we will get into different kinds of opening with different kinds of ideas. So we are not sure at all what kind of position we will do, because there's so many possibilities still here for both white and black. So Anna, yes, she has 1 out of 3. She has, I would just say that the first round to lose against Galperin was absolutely because he's such a good player. He was 450 points higher rated, so it was not surprise. But actually he played also the cow opening, so it was the cow opening who won that game, and it was actually the first time Anna played against the cow opening when she played her first round game against Galperin here in Reykjavik Open. And the second game, Anna won such a beautiful game. I think she played well all the time. And yesterday she played first this beautiful game in the morning, but in the afternoon we could see the energy was not there. She also got the opening, which was easier for her opponent to play with white, and there Anna was spending so much time, and when she went wrong, it went just downhill. But chess is like that. It's very important to try to come back, try to take away what has happened. In chess, we have to think of the moment, we have to look at this game and to see now what is Anna going to play. But chess is always like that. They're always coming. Sometimes it goes your own way, everything works well. Sometimes things doesn't really work the way you had wanted, and it's just to try to bounce back. And here Anna, she plays e3. This is just one of the main moves, and it's called a Mariner, and it's just one of the main moves. It's a little bit a slower way of playing because white decides to keep this bishop behind the pawns, actually. And the idea is, of course, that if black decides to take on c4, Anna will be ready to take back with the bishop immediately. And so this is just one of, I would say, two main moves here in this position. And now, actually, with this setup, I would say that this bishop is trying to come out on b7 later. It could be in some moment that black will take on c4 and then go b5 and put the bishop on b7. But the most normal here now is that black will develop the king side, and then after maybe to decide what to do, at least to start with some developing move, and this is absolutely the most normal move again. And we see again this little rule that we bring the knights first, because it's very normal to put the knight here, then this is very normal to play bishop d6 after, but it's a good rule to start with the knight, because this knight didn't have, we can just put it back, this position, this knight, no, is not good here, because maybe you can even take, and you grab like this, and you see this very, very damaged pawn structure. So this knight only have one good square, and it's on d7. But if you look at this bishop, the best square is d6, but maybe you want to consider bishop e7 or bishop b4, and like this you keep the options open. So knight b d7, I would say, is absolutely the main move here, and the idea with this is that the knight is taking control of the square, and e5 and c5, and now Anna goes bishop d3. She is moving out her bishop, and this is absolutely very normal idea. And here her opponent can play, I would say, in different ways. So Anna go out with the bishop. Her plan is to go castling. But now if black takes on c4, Anna has lost one tempo. So just showing, if black in this position would have taken, white would have gone here in one move. But black played this knight b7, and when this bishop landed on d4, one of the way black can do is, and this is what black is doing, take on c4. Anna will absolutely take back, but it has cost her a tempo, and this is absolutely one of the main way of playing here. Now I would guess b5 is coming. You are attacking the bishop, and also you will bring out the bishop to see it. But you can play differently here. You can go bishop d6, you can go, but I would say that this is absolutely the main move to play, to attack the bishop, and then in general quickly to try to get in. And here it came, b5 came. We can see that the bishop is under attack, and Anna will need to move the bishop. There are two main moves. Bishop d3 is the main move. Anna played this quickly. There are some ideas also actually to bring it to a more passive square. This is absolutely the most active square, to have it on d3, but there are some ideas actually to bring it all the way to e2. So bishop d3 was played, and now again black can play in different ways here. playing like this, it could be bishop b7. It could actually also be already a6. And this little move looks a bit funny, but the idea with a6 is that you want to attack the center. Because if you will look here, white has this beautiful pawn and d4, and black wants to attack the pawn. So here we had bishop b7. This is absolutely a very normal way of playing. We are developing the bishop, and we saw that after the pawn was on e6, this bishop couldn't go out that way, but it comes here instead to b7. And so, but this bishop is still hitting a little bit of wall. So the plan for black is to get in c5. And this is absolutely what black is planning. But before c5, we have a pawn hanging here. So black can play this slowly. One is with a6 and c5. Other ones, it could also be that you go b4 and c5, depending a little bit of how Anna is playing. So here we can see Anna has developed 1, 2, 3 pieces. Her opponent has also developed 3 pieces, but actually Anna is ready to castle. She could do that immediately. Her opponent needs to bring out the bishop first and can then after that castle. So what can white play? White can actually go for e4 already here now. And if this would happen, I would guess maybe you will go something like attacking the knight and c5. And the idea is that now with bringing up the pieces, you are putting more pressure on e4. And this is a central pawn, so you have to be a little bit careful with how you will keep the pawn. So this could absolutely be a move, e4. Maybe we can play a little bit slowly also. Can we go maybe something like castling? I'm not sure if we can try to play something like knight e4, but after a move like this, knight f6, bishop d3, and a6, and we can see here c5 is not possible because we have this bishop b5. So knight e4 is actually also could be a possibility to play in a position like this also, but we would just exchange one more knight very early on. So also this could be a move to play a3, and the idea is actually that you can't do c5. If you go c5, we will grab the pawn on b5. If you go a6, we might even go b4. So now c5 is not possible. So there are so many different plans here for white. I would say that a3 is one plan. I would say that e4 is one plan. Of course, maybe we can play this castling, which is a normal move, but maybe it's a little bit slow here. Maybe when black is playing so quickly, trying to attack the center with c5, getting in c5. This is the main idea for black here, to go get in c5. So this bishop will be playing, but it's not possible to do it yet because we have to take care of the b5 pawn. So we can see that Anna is very focused, and her opponent is also sitting there. I don't know her opponent, Asmund Gilson. Norway has become a very strong chess country, and Norway was actually the country where we Swedish players born in the 60s and in the 50s, we used to go there at least once a year. They used to have international tournaments, and we didn't have so many in Sweden, so we all went there, especially to Gaustal, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. So even I have also made 2 of my IM norms I made in Norway. So Norway has always been a country where lots of Swedish has gone to play chess tournament, and of course now also. And so Anna has, her opponent is not so high rated, but we could see that yesterday when Anna played against a very young Indian player. He had about 1900, and he was very young. He was around 14, 15 years old. That with rating, you don't know, you shouldn't look at it too much. You always have to try to play good chess, and you also have to try to steer the game in the opening to a position that you will like. So chess has become, the openings are important, but it depends also on what level you are, I would say. So it's important to get a good start, but in general, for training, it's important to try to get to understand chess better. And one way is actually to look at the end games, which can be very beautiful, but they're also very, very tough. Let's see, Anna is thinking here. She is thinking her opponent's taking some coffee or some tea, and that's very, very good. That's very important to keep your energy. And I would say that after this double round yesterday, maybe they felt a little bit like to having a whole free morning, but it's just very, very intensive. They are playing these 9 games in 7 days, so there are 2 days of double rounds. There was a double round yesterday, Saturday. There will be a double round again tomorrow. So tomorrow the fifth round will start at 10 o'clock CET time. But here we have the 4th round. We see Anna playing. We see her opponent here, and they are both very, very focused. Anna has spent some time. Her opponent hasn't done that yet. Her opponent has playing all his moves very, very quickly. So yeah, let's see. Anna is just deciding what plans she's going to play. I guess she's going for this more e4 sharp. This is actually a beautiful, interesting idea, just to go a6, b4, and then probably the best move is to go a5. And now you have this under attack. We need to defend it, and maybe to play something like this, bishop d6, castling, and later on you can maybe even also go queen e7, and the queen here is preparing e5, but is also looking at bishop b4. So I guess maybe could be like this. I don't know if it's possible to play some tactics here also. I'm not really sure. But maybe just queen b3 and you will just defend everything. So it's just different ways of playing. Yes, but this is not the position. I will go back. This is the position we have at the board, and Anna is taking her time here to decide how the plan is. And this is actually quite important because the move Anna play here will be quite important for how the continuation will be. So she has e4, she is a3. What more could she consider? Maybe castling, maybe queen e2 could also be a move. Maybe even knight e4, just a little bit annoying, black, but it's just this is, I would say, this is a bit unusual to play, because also I would say it would be equal immediately, and so to move the same piece twice so early in the game is normally something we don't really do if you don't get anything, and here she's just offering to change it. So I would say that e4 or a3 are the 2 main moves to choose from in this position. Anna, she's thinking very, very hard. Her opponent is sitting a little bit more relaxed, and this is what lots of players like to do, to sit and look at the game, maybe to sit and think of what if my opponent plays this, I'm going to play that. So you have so you have your plans more or less ready, and that you feel the position, you feel what the position needs, and so that's why it could be good to sit also. But everyone is different. Some likes to walk a lot, and some likes to just sit all the game. And yeah, so this REYKJAVIK Open has been held for such a long time. I was very happy to see that there's so many Icelandic players playing. Chess has had a boom on Iceland. It was a little bit like the strongest country in the Nordic countries during the 80s and the 90s. They had a big, strong team with Petersson, Arnarsson, Hjartarson, Olafsson, and of course Fredrik Olafsson, who was the first grandmaster, was important for chess on Iceland, and also the fact that the World Championship match, this fantastic World Championship match 72, was held there. And I started with chess 73, so I'm not sure I even saw that I saw it, even if it was one of those we could see it on the television 72, but I'm not sure I saw it. But of course, afterwards, I heard so much about it, and lots of players started to play chess because of Fischer and the match. And why, yeah, Anna, she hasn't made up her mind how she will play. It could be, I would say e4 or a3 are the main moves. If she goes, I don't know, if she goes castling, her opponent could absolutely go b4, but it could be that her opponent play a6, planning c5. And if Anna go a4, yes, then b4 might be coming. You're moving this and we have c5. And I would just say that now all of a sudden this position is getting already a little bit more convenient. So I don't know if it's better maybe even to go knight e4, but we can again play c5 and to play a position like this. And what we see that e4 is just hanging. Black is planning to take the knight. So this is why Anna is a little bit thinking she hasn't made up. I would say, sorry, castling is not played. I would say that e4 is the main move. I would think e4 is absolutely the main move. But I'm not. If she goes e4, I guess we will see b4, knight d4, and this on the board. And the bishop is, and the knight is attacking e4. But she hasn't made up her mind yet. But there are some moments, there are some positions where you feel that you can play slowly, there's no problem. But there are some positions that you feel that you need to maybe play more rapid. You need to play something more rapid against the plan of the opponent, because otherwise black will get an easy game. So this is why she is thinking, and this is why she is spending time now. And I would say that I'm not worried about the time, not yet. But yesterday, when Anna spent so much time, then it was, yeah, there I got nervous. And there the game was actually decided by the time. But Anna still has lots of time. They have made like 8 moves each, and she has gone down to 15 minutes. This is still no problem. But she needs to make a decision how she wants to play. And I myself, what I would prefer, maybe I like this little plan with a3, stopping b4. Yes, I would actually say that this is the plan I would actually like quite a lot, to play like this and just to stop b4. But this is, you know, with chess, when we sit and analyze different players, you know, everyone wants to play different moves. It could actually be quite funny to analyze together, because you have so many different plans. And I know when I sometimes have played hand and brain, especially with Anna, it has not at all been easy because to show my plans, and it's not always we have understood each other. But here it came. Anna chose this a3 move. She played this a3 move. And now actually the idea with this a3 move is stopping b4. It's stopping b4. And I like this plan because to go b4 here now, I would say that this would not be so good to play like this. You can absolutely do that, but I wouldn't think this is so good, because you see this rook was passive. Now it becomes an active rook. I guess we would go from out to the pin, and maybe we'll go something like c5, but I think this is absolutely fine to play for white. I don't think this would be a problem. I don't know if we go queen e2 and we bring the rook to d1. It could be something like this, and we bring the rook to d1 and we play a position like this, or maybe even, I don't know if we can try something more aggressive here. I'm not really sure, but I don't think b4 would be a good move here. a6, this is the position. Anna played this little move a3. Let's see if her opponent will play quickly. Anna has spent like 70 minutes, and the plan with a3 is actually to stop. One is to stop the pawn to go to b4, because if it goes now, Anna can just grab it, and this knight here on c3 stays on c3, where it's a very, very good square for the knight. You can see it keeps control here in the center, so the knight stays very well there. So she's stopping it, and if black plays this little move to go c5, then Anna can play b4, and she's stopping c5, and this bishop will stay behind the pawns here. But she always have to be a little bit careful, because black can play this plan playing against b4. So this will become a weakness, but that Anna will need to defend. But this is not here. We have this position. a3 was played. This was Anna's 9th move. a3 was played. Her opponent is thinking. He's looking a little bit not at the board, but there are lots of players who like to analyze in their head and to look at sometimes to the roof, or just sometimes away from the board when they analyze and are taking their decision. So a3 was one of the moves I actually liked, maybe the one I liked most, because I like this plan to play against black's play. And so let's see what her opponent will do. And here we could see it was one of these moments where Anna felt she didn't have time to go castling, because normally we know this. We take the center with the pawns, we bring out the pieces, and we put the king into safety. But black has a plan to open up the center, not open up, to attack the center with c5, open up for the bishop. And that's why Anna felt she had to play something else, to play against the opponent's plan. And this is one way of playing also. And it's to play against the plan of your opponent. So, because that could actually be quite annoying, that your opponent is all the time trying to prevent the plan you're having. I wouldn't say that knight e2 is such a good move. I like the knight here. You see, on c3 the knight takes more squares. Maybe I should take this away here. So, but here on e2 it doesn't control the squares in the center. So the knight is better placed here and than it is on e2. I would actually say that the setups for white now is to bring the queen to e2, to go castling, to bring rook fd1, and also of course to go b4, but maybe not to go b4 before a6. If her opponent played bishop d6, I would just like to go maybe castling, maybe queen e2, maybe e4, maybe e4 actually is also possible to play here. But I would actually say go castling, but not b4, because then black would play a5 in one go. This was absolutely help black. We cannot play b4 quickly. So depending, if black go a6, the plan is c5. We have to stop it with b4. But if black plays something else, we don't go b4. This is very important. If black develop, Anna also develop. If black develop a piece, okay, if black go b4, Anna will grab the pawn and just play that position. So, but she will not play b4 only if black plays a6. This is very important. And I'm happy to see that now finally Anna's opponent is taking some time. He is thinking of after Anna's 9th move when she played this little pawn move. And so, yeah, queen b6 is absolutely a move, but the queen doesn't do so much because we can go castling. We could even go e4 here now if we wanted, but we can absolutely, because now maybe we are planning some e5. So the queen move, and also even if we go castling, we can see c5 is still not possible. We just grab this pawn. We still grab it. So queen b6 doesn't help black to play the plan. So it is more important because we see black has put out these pieces, but it would be more important to develop the bishop. So I would say bishop d6, maybe b4, but I think it's not such a good move, or a6. These are the three moves I would expect black to play. And bishop d6, the plan is to go castling. Maybe the plan could be to play a e5 sometimes also. So this is absolutely a fine move, but it's a developing move, and the bishop is best placed on d6. You can see how it looks here. We have a bishop in the center which controls the whole board. So this is absolutely a very good move to play, I would say. You could also go a6, and then this plan is c5, and then Anna needs to stop the pawn. I would say she should stop the pawn with b4. This is the two. What more? Maybe b4. I don't think any other moves. Maybe rook c8 looks very, very slow. Rook c8 looks very slow because you still have the king in the middle. You still haven't developed the bishop. So no, I don't think that would be good to play yet. So here we can see them both sitting fully concentrated, and yeah, I think with time, yes, this is actually the plan. If black goes a6, Anna, then the plan is c5. The plan is c5, so then it's good to go b4, and then this is absolutely the way for black to play, to put pressure on b4, and you need to go rook b1, and like this you have this pawn defended, and this is about equal disposition. This black is not getting out, but black will try to put pressure on the pawn here on b4. So with bishop d6 and queen e7 later. So let's go back, but here we have the position. It's like this. So maybe now Anna got her opponent a little bit out of the rhythm, a little bit out of his preparation or the position he has played before, because now he has to a little bit adjust to Anna's plan, and Anna's plan is playing against his plan. So just one move can change a lot of things in the position, and of course that's why chess is so beautiful and also so difficult. Yes, I am Grandmaster Pia Cramling. I am Anna's mother, and I am here commenting on the 9 games Anna is playing in Reykjavik Open. This is the 4th round. Anna played her first round on Friday. Yesterday there was a double round, very, very tough, and we could see that Anna didn't really have the energy for the second game. She played a very beautiful first game, but not the second game. So Anna, the first round she lost to a Grandmaster, she lost to the cow opening. The second round Anna won a beautiful game, I would say. I think she played very well against a Swedish young player, and then in the third round, this double round, she lost against an Indian young player, and Anna just got, her opponent got the easier play. He played absolutely very, very fine, but and Anna went wrong, and then she lost the game. So Anna is having 1 out of 3 points, as well as her opponent, and how and we can see that he's on his way to make a move. He's on his way to make a move, but he hasn't made up his mind yet. He hasn't made up his mind completely yet, but it looks like he's going to move any moment. And as I said, I guess he will go bishop d6, a6, or maybe b4. These are the 3 candidates move for me. So yeah, we have here a Miraner. It's coming from the Slav defense, and this is just a very, very well-known position, played lots of times, but you have different plans, and Anna chooses this plan with a3, playing against her opponent's plan. So yeah, Anna, she didn't forget her glasses. She has them on, and that was very, very good news. She needs to have them on when she plays the game, so I'm happy to see that. And I just hope that Anna has more energy for this game today, because chess is a lot about energy too. It's lots of things. It's not only to go there and to sit and play. You need to have energy when you're playing, to have some idea. You need to focus a lot, And this is why with age it's not so easy to keep up your playing level, because the energy is going down. But it's just a part of it. It's just like that. So lots of chess players who are among the best, but I guess also all players, lots of players, doesn't matter what level you are, but they're also training physical, because you need to be fit for the game. You need to have energy for playing all this long game. And I would say that Magnus Carlsen, one of his strengths, he has so many strengths, but one of them was absolutely that he kept on playing in equal position. It was like, playing tennis, and the ball was always coming back, and always coming back quite hard. Not maybe very, very hard, but quite hard all the time. And finally, his opponents were making mistakes. So chess is about lots of things, but it's just such a beautiful game, and it's something you can keep on playing for such a long time. And it's so beautiful that you can, like here in this open tournament, we have players up to 2690. We have some very strong grandmaster. It's Bogdan Diak is the #1 from Romania. We have Vasily Ivanchuk, the #2 with 2625. And then we have around 400 players, and the lowest rated players, they don't even have a rated, but it's an open tournament for everyone. And I just think that is so beautiful. They're all playing 9 rounds. I think it's possible to take a bye also, that you can have a half point bye. I think so, but I'm not really sure about that. But it's a way of making it possible for people to come to Iceland. You are playing chess, but maybe you want to have a day where you want to see something on Iceland, or maybe to rest. So it's just a very, very beautiful open tournament, one of the biggest. We have also lots of streamers there playing, and we have players in all ages and with all ratings and titles. So here her opponent is still thinking. He's getting down to the same time as Anna, and I like to see that, because it really looks like he is out of his preparation. He has to decide himself how is the best way to continue, how does he like to have the pieces. And it's very important to have a plan. I would say it's better to have a bad plan than not have a plan at all. So you have to try to have a plan that you think you will like, that you understand. This is just very, very important. And yeah, behind you see some players walking around. And this is also something very, very nice when you play in a tournament. You can walk around in the playing area. You can also go outside. You can take some, you have to be in what is the playing area, but you can go take some coffee, tea. You can go to the bathroom, and you can go and look at the other games. Maybe you have some friends playing. So it's just, and it's also very, very special atmosphere. And you see all these people sitting there, and it's quiet. You don't hear almost anything. Maybe you just hear the pieces moving. And yeah, it's just something very, very special to play over the board. And this is something I've done now for 50 years. And yeah, it's just so beautiful. So that's what I wanted to say, that those who only play online, this is also a very, very nice way of playing. And I can see with Anna that she enjoys it a lot. She doesn't play that much over the board. She's playing online every day. But over the board, she played now and then. And here it came bishop d6. This was absolutely a normal move. And you can see how this bishop is just, it's just here. So here, can't take control. So bishop d6 was a very normal move. I would like to go castling. I think this is very good. Yes, to castle away from here. Yes, I would just say to go something like this, and now maybe to play maybe b4. I'm not sure about e4, because e4 you will always have e5. So in general, I think we would just like a little bit to wait here before we do something. Maybe bishop d4 could be. I'm not sure about if e5 is a good move to play or not. And just getting out a little bit with our pieces here. So this, and maybe I don't know if we should go rook d1, or if we in position like this we'll try to get some tactics here, because actually now I've gone very, very long, but I won't forget to say this. This will be a struggle about the black square. So this square is just very, very important. Sorry, this is not the position. Here is the position. Bishop d6 was played. This was the last move, and it's just a very, very natural move. You are developing a piece. Black is planning castling. Black is not going to go b4. Black cannot go c5, because if you go c5, b5 will be hanging. So this is just a very logical move, and I actually like just to go castling for Anna, and not b4 would be a mistake. b4 would absolutely be a mistake, because black would attack it, and black would already get an initiative. So you can only go b4 after black go a6. This is just very important. So I like this little slow castling here. You put the king into safety. Black will surely also castle, and maybe after that, maybe I thought the queen on e2, but it's probably the queen should be on c2. And lots of things is actually about this c5 square. Will white be able to prevent black from going c5? This is actually very, very important. If white will be able to prevent black from going c5, this bishop will remain here behind the wall. This bishop will be a passive one. So this square is just so, so important. So maybe castling, bishop d2 could be a normal way of playing. And now Anna is thinking bishop d6 was just such a natural move, and I just hope she doesn't go b4. This would be just too quickly. I don't want her also to go e4, because what is wrong with e4? Yeah, we're threatening a fork here with e5. But after e5, we see that this pawn will not control c5 any longer. Later on, it will be easier for black to go c5. So I prefer the pawn on e3, because if you go castling and you go e5 and you take here, sometimes we take with the knight, but sometimes we take with the pawn. So you stay, we control c5 still. So it's very much about this square, I would say, in this opening. And yeah, this is Reykjavik Open, and where Anna is playing, they are playing in this beautiful concert hall, Harpa, and I also played once 40 years ago in Reykjavik Open, but we were playing in another playing hall, but they have been playing there for some years now. And Anna play castling. This is a good move. This is a good move, and it's keeping to the rules. You are bringing out the pieces. You are putting your king into safety. So this is the good move. I'm sure her opponent is also going to castle, and then a little bit asking, what are you going to do? And that will be a very exciting moment, because after castling, what is Anna going to play? And I'm a little bit nervous after castling that she's not taking too much action earlier, too early, that she's a little bit putting the pieces in a better square. And I'm just wondering, I think this queen belongs to c2. So if I have castling here now, yes, maybe bishop d2. Could queen c2 be a way? Just if you go something rook e8, maybe we could start knight g5. We are trying to play for this square, but I believe it could be that bishop d2 is a good move. I'm also a little bit, so sorry we have this position. I'm a little bit sometimes concerned to go queen c2, because we might leave this knight a little bit undefended. That if this diagonal open up, could it be that black can take on f3 just to break up Anna's king side? So Anna played castle. We can see it looks like her opponent is on the way to move, and anything else than castle would surprise me. Yes, is it true that Anna lost tempo in the opening? But this is just a very normal way of playing. I would guess this was the main line before. It could still be the main line, that you go out with the bishop, and then black takes on c4, and you take back. So black wait for white to develop the bishop, and then took the pawn. Yes, after if black castle, maybe queen c2 is fine, maybe bishop d2. And the point with bishop d2, it looks a little bit strange, but the bishop d2 will actually, if you need to go b4, you will support it. And also after bishop d2, you move out the queen and we will get, so bishop d2, you move out the queen. I'm not sure if the queen should be on e2 or c2. I guess it should be on c2, because on c2 you're looking at the king side. You're also keeping more control here. And after you bring the rook fd1 and maybe rook ac1, sometimes the rook could be on b1 also. So there were lots of plans. Anna played castle and her opponent is thinking still, but I am sure, I can't believe anything else will come than that he will castle. And it's a little bit also putting the king into safety. You shouldn't take too much actions before the king is into safety. It's the general rule, but of course there are so many exceptions. Sometimes you really need to play something different. But here, this is absolutely a very good move, just to castle for black and to little bit see what Anna will do. Yes, and actually if this bishop could be brought to g5, her position would be so nice, would really be nice. But this is a little bit the only drawback, I would say, with Anna's position. And this bishop is standing here behind the wall, and if she goes, she start moving her pawn to e4, her pawn center will be more easy for black to attack. A pawn move like e5 will have more pressure. So I would prefer actually just to bring it out to this little square. Then later on, if you go b4, it will be indirect. So the bishop here, it will indirect also control the pawn on b4. So Anna is down. She has spent 20 minutes and she has made 10 moves. It's like 2 minutes per move. And in general, they have about 3 minutes per move. So this is absolutely fine. She has made some important decisions, I guess. I think so when she played this little move a3, but let's see if she also will keep on following up. Yeah, no, I don't like to go b4 too early. I want black to go a6 first, and when black go a6, then I like b4. Because if black played this little move a6, the plan is to go c5, because b5 is defended. But then I like b4. So, but I don't want to go b4 too early, because then black can attack the pawn in one go and not lose the tempo, and that makes a big difference. So every tempo can sometimes be very, very important. So, but we see here how black is thinking, and I'm just happy to see that. And what could black be thinking of? I guess castling is one move. Could black be thinking of going e5? Black played something else. What did black play here? Didn't castle. Black played, I cannot see what. Black played a6. Now black played a6. The plan is to go c5. And now I like b4. I like b4 because now you see a6. This is the pawn here is, sorry, this is defending. This is defending b5. Yeah, I make like this. This is a6 defending b5. So now the plan for black is to go c5. This is the plan to go. So b4 is absolutely a very important move for Anna to play here. And this she played, and she played it quickly. And I must say I like very much how Anna played. Especially the second game, she made her decision quickly. So after a6, she go b4, and the reason for b4 is to stop c5. And so this was very good. And now b4 is a good move. You can see c5. No, we cannot do it because we just grab it. These two pawns are very important. But if black would manage to get away with this pawn, then black would be able to play c5. So if black has some played the plan with c5, with this, we will go queen c7. And if you take here, we will probably just take back with the pawn, even if we get an isolated pawn. But we will control this square, and we're going to play against this bishop. So let's see here what So Anna played b4. This was a good move. This was absolutely a good move. And it's also a very logical follow-up, because a3, the plan was you're stopping b4, but also you make it possible for yourself to play b4. And Anna is playing against this bishop. She wants this bishop to be behind the pawns, behind the c pawn, because now it almost looked like a big pawn. But if black managed to go c5, this bishop can come into life. And we can see now that this is actually a backward pawn black is having. So white is going to try to play against this backward pawn, but the square in front is very, very important. This is very, very important, this square in front, that you control this, that you never allow this to be happened. No, that never allow c5 to be possible. And now her opponent start thinking again. I'm very happy to see that he is getting down to less time than Anna. This is very good. Anna has made 11 moves here now, and she made the last move very, very quickly, because it was very logical follow-up. And I like to see that she has this, that she's decisive, that she made this move, which was just necessary to stick to her plan. And if your opponent now go castling, I would just like to go queen c2, and then maybe bring out the bishop to d2. I think the bishop should be on d2. I think this is actually a good square for the bishop, because you need to control it. The bishop is not so good on b2, because you will have a5, and this will become very weak afterwards. And this is just a very, very well-known position. You have this idea in different kind of Mariner that you go b4. Of course, you have it in also other openings. And if this bishop would have been out here, I would say that this is just a fantastic position for white. Now, this is a little bit the drawback with white's position. All other pieces, look at this knight taking control in the center here. Look at this knight also controlling the center. And we remember also this rule that the best defender of the king are the knights. So having a knight here on f3, we will defend our king here. So this is a reason also why we lots of time put the knight on f3 for white, knight on f6 for black, and after castle, the king will just be very, very safe. So white has developed all these pieces, the good square. The bishop is good on d3, controlling e4, even also looking at the king side, because it's most probably this king is going to hide away on the king side, but it also could be attacking b5. We saw that before, that black could not play c5 earlier because the pawn was hanging here. So a bishop in the center is controlling lots of squares, like this one is also looking at lots of squares. So it's, and we see how the bishop are these long rank pieces, and all pieces are long rank pieces except for the knight, which is just very, very slow piece, but it's a very tricky piece. And there are players, when they play blitz, they want to change the knight. They're so scared of the forks and everything that happened. So with little time, they don't want to have any knights on the board. And we know that the knight and the queen together, when they're attacking, they are very, very strong tandem. So Anna playing in Reykjavik Open, I think it's the 4th time she is there. I think so. She has played there several times. She was there last year, 2 years ago also, and I think she was there when she was younger. So Anna, she lost her first round game against a grandmaster from Sweden who played a cow opening with white. Second game Anna won. The second game was held yesterday morning. She won against a young Swedish player, but Anna played very beautiful, put pressure on her opponent. Then the third round, which also was held yesterday was a double round. Then Anna unfortunately lost. She played against a young, low-rated Indian player. He was 14, 15, 16. I'm not sure about the age, but a young player. He played well in the opening, and he got a position which was easier for him. He had a bishop pair, and Anna spent so much time and with no little time on the clock, she went wrong, and then she couldn't save the game. So Anna is having 1 out of 3 in Reykjavik Open, but there are 6 more rounds to go, 6 more beautiful games to go, 6 more exciting games to go. And we are here seeing the 4th round, and we can see Anna and his opponent, Asmund Gilson from Norway. His rating is 1821, but we should always be a little bit careful looking at the rating, and especially with very young players. We don't know where they really are because they have these waves going up and down. And so, but Anna is having more rating than her opponent, and it looks like Anna is confident in this position. She has played quite well. And here a5 come, and this means he is attacking, her opponent is attacking a5, no, her opponent is attacking b4 with a4. So now Anna needs to go rook b1. This is absolutely a necessary move. I would say that this is absolutely what you have to play. Could we go something like bishop d2? Maybe we can even play this tactical move. I'm just wondering, can we do this? To play like this, and after a move like this, maybe we have, do we have knight take b5? And this is firework here. This is firework. The idea is, of course, if you take here, we have a check here, and we can go knight to take b7, threatening the king, and after we take back on d2. This is lots of firework. So bishop d2 is absolutely a possibility also to play here. Bishop d2, she could absolutely play, and maybe this is the best move. It could be that bishop d2 is the best move. That is better than rook b1 to play this. This is actually bishop d2. So even if it's knight here in the way, this bishop is defending because you have these tactics. And here, so bishop b4 is not possible to play. And if you go something like queen e7, I guess we will maybe go, do we go queen b3? Could we go rook b1? Maybe even we could go even rook b1 could even be a possibility. But maybe queen b3, maybe we can start some firework with e4. I'm not sure actually what is happening here, but it's getting very, very tactical. So I would say after a5, sorry, this is the position at the board. a5 was played, and here Anna has 2 moves. One is bishop d2 and one is rook b1. She needs to stay with the pawn on b4 because this pawn control a5, but very important, control c5. And we want this bishop to stand here behind the pawn, stand here behind the wall, to remain like a passive bishop, to remain like a big pawn. It looks like a big pawn now. But of course, so that's why black is attacking b4, hoping for Anna to grab here, because then the position would be, maybe it's like this, I'm not sure. Yeah, probably rook takes, but you will have, this rook would be active against a3, you would be following up with rook a8, and you will putting pressure here. So no, this you cannot do. You need to defend b4. But the question is Anna going to do it rook b1, or is she going to do it with bishop d2? These are the only way, because if you go queen b3, it doesn't work because you take here. Sorry, and we cannot take back because it's a pin. The rook would be gone. No, you can only defend this pawn either with bishop d2 or rook b1. But I think Anna will go rook b1. I think she will go rook b1, but bishop d2 could absolutely be a possibility too, but it's a more tactical way of playing. It's a more tactical way of playing, but it's absolutely, and she played it. She played bishop d2. Wow, she played bishop d2. This was absolutely amazing, and she actually have a plan here. Let's say that you play, let's say that you go castling. I'm just wondering, can we maybe take this pawn? It could be that we can grab this pawn, and that is, if you come here, I want to go knight e4, and what is happening? I'm attacking the rook and I'm attacking the bishop, and I will have a double threat. I will win material. So after bishop d2, it could be that Anna is threatening to take on a5, that she's actually threatening to take on a5, and to start, she will not remain with the pawn, but she will maybe start an attack on the b5 pawn. She will maybe play another strategy. So after bishop d2 now here, her opponent, this I would say was the most active move, the most ambitious move in the position. Now when she had the chance, she go bishop d2. So And we can see now that all her pieces has been developed to the best places, to the best squares on the board. So what could we expect here? Is it possible to go queen e7? I'm not sure if you can play this. What would be happening? Can we take here? What would be happening after a move like this is just getting so crazy. We are going e4 and you don't have e5, so it's going just very, very crazy if you go queen e7. But what can black consider here? Of course, this is the first move to think of. Taking the pawn, this is absolutely the first move to think of, to take on b4, queen e7, but it's not such a good move, and castling. I would say these are the three moves to consider here. And the first one is, of course, to take on b4. Her opponent took on b4. Let's see what Anna did. She will take back on b4. And is it possible now that her opponent will play? Here her opponent can play differently. Her opponent can absolutely go castling. Then I expect Anna to go maybe queen b3. It could be something like that. Her opponent can also go queen e7. But I'm wondering how good a position like this can be. This is getting just very, very tactical. If you play this, I'm not sure what is going to happen here now if you play queen e7, because maybe we have to start some action with e4 in the center, but this is just getting so tactical. And I think actually a plan could be like this. I just want to show you e5, knight d5, and maybe we go knight e4 here. Could this be possible? No, this is not the right way to play. This is not the right way to play. Oh, this is just, I'm not really sure of how the right way is to play here. I'm not sure, but this would be very, very tactical and very easy to go wrong. So I would say that queen e7 is the most, it's not the best move, but it's a move which get the position to become very, very sharp, very, very sharp. And so if her opponent goes castling, I think queen b3 looks logical. It could be also that you want to take on a8, but why not queen b3? Could that be possible just to play? And we have this position like this. So, but if her opponent go queen e7, this would be very, very tactical here to play. This would absolutely be a lot of mess. There could be a pawn hanging. I'm not sure actually what is going to happen here after this move queen e7. So let's see if it will be on the board. And so we have here to take here, and we know this and bishop b4 is not such a good move because we have knight to take b5, and if you take here, we have this in-between move. We know these in-between moves are so important. We're coming here, queen b6. It might be that we can go not to check. We just take, we can maybe even play knight c5, but otherwise we take back and we have won a pawn here. So this is absolutely fine to play, absolutely. So let's come back. Her opponent will not play this. I'm sure her opponent will absolutely not go for the pawn now, but her opponent can put more pressure on the pawn. Absolute. So I would say that queen e7 or castling are the two main moves in this position. This could be very tempting. You see a pawn hanging there, but there are some tactics. And there are some tactics because the king is still here in the center. The king is still in the center. And so it gives white some tactics to play with. So yeah, this could absolutely be possible to play like this and then go castling. But I was wondering if you really want to, and then maybe we just play a position like this and we see how this pawn is, I don't know, maybe knight f6. We are coming back. I'm not sure. Bishop d3, bishop c2, where is better? And after a move like queen b1 here, we are having like this. And the reason why bishop c2 is a good move is that we're avoiding the bishop to come, the rook to come to a4. And now we can start moving here in the center. And we see black remains with its bishop. But this is not the game. Let's go back. I'm sorry. Sometimes I am getting far away. This is the position. We have it here. This was taking on b4. What will her opponent do? What will her opponent play? I would guess maybe queen e7, maybe castling. And I must say, I'm not sure what is happening after queen e7. It looks like so tactical here. So, but the main move is probably castle. Just don't take this pawn. It's a poison pawn to take here. I just hope black would like to take it, but it would just give white a very good, because white would grab the bishop pair, and white, it would actually be equal pawns. I said it was a pawn up. No, it will be equal pawns, but a better pawn structure for white. So this is what actually would happen if black takes on b4. And we can see now Anna has spent like 68, no, not 68, she has 68 minutes left, but she has spent like 22 minutes plus half of the minute she gets for every move. She has made 13 moves, so it's like 22 plus 6.5, 7, like almost half an hour. Her opponent has spent more time, and we could see that when Anna played this little a3 move, he started to think of every move. And yeah, we see some players walking around, some players also standing there, looking at the board, looking at this very exciting middle game where Anna has, she has developed all her pieces. She has a pawn hanging on b4, and black can now choose to finish the development or to put more pressure on b4. I would just say that that would be quite normal to do. But yeah, maybe this is also possible to play, and after residue you will come back. And now we have a position like this, and after we will play maybe like this, and you will need to come back, knight c3. So how is this? Maybe this is just equal. Maybe this is just equal. Are we going to have something like this? But this looks very crazy. So maybe bishop take b4 is possible to play. Bishop b4, knight b5, and then you just come back here, bishop e7. Maybe this is absolutely what we have to play, or what black can play. So how is this position? Because now you will get, I don't know, maybe we should take here. We cannot take with the queen, we have this fork. So actually bishop take b4, I thought it was a mistake, but it's possible to play. After this position, we take here, and we're coming back. And black will be able to play c5. Black will absolutely be able to play c5 in this position, maybe c5 immediately. So maybe this is just fine like this. But what did her opponent do? No, her opponent, Anna, he didn't take on b4. He just went castling. He played castling after taking on b4. So this was happening. Anna took back, and castling was played. And now maybe what is the best way of playing? It could be, I just would like to defend this. Could it be to take? It could be to play different ways here. I'm not sure. Can we do something like this? Maybe take here. I'm just wondering, and defend. I'm just wondering how is a position like this. This queen is a little bit, but maybe we will start playing in the center here. I'm not really sure what is better. Could it be in a position like this? Could we have some tactics here now? Oh, I was hoping no. So this is again, and again, we always, after bishop b4, we have knight take b4. So there are some tactics also here, if you would go. And after e4, but this is far away. Let's see, this is far away. Her opponent castle, this was absolutely a very natural move. Her opponent castle, this is the position. So what can Anna choose? Anna can choose to take on a1, to take on with the rook. She can go queen b3 if she wants to. She can maybe even play knight e4 just to get the bishop to defend on b4, because now this is actually a threat. It is a threat to take on b4 here now. So she needs to defend it in some way. So taking on a8, maybe knight e4, maybe queen b3 could also be a way of playing this. These are the, I would say, the moves I would consider here in this position. And I wouldn't really like to go rook b1 because it seems so passive. When black, you are leaving you are leaving the active file. So rook b1, no, I wouldn't like it. I would like knight e4, maybe take on a8, maybe to take on a8, but it would bring in the queen to this a file, it would actually get black to have this a file. So it's not such an easy choice to make. And yeah, maybe knight e4. Could this be? I'm just wondering if you play position like this, take, we have a position like this. We go maybe knight f6. I'm bringing the back. I'm not sure here or here. It could be different. And we go queen a8. How is position like this? Probably, yeah, we go queen b2. And now rook a8 is coming. So how is this? We still have this very, very sad bishop here. We still have it. And if you come here, maybe we will go rook e8, or maybe we go e4 and we're planning e5 because black doesn't have e5 any longer. So there are so many ideas of playing. I actually, maybe I like knight e4. I think actually I like knight e4 because black likes to have this knight here because it makes it easier to make the e5 push. But if you are in a position like this, I will just make this move. If you play knight f6, we move the bishop back now, or maybe it's bishop c2. Now e5 is not possible because the knight has gone to f6. So it could be knight e4 could absolutely be a good move here. And yeah, so Anna is playing in Reykjavik Open. I am Pia Cramling. I'm her mother. I'm sitting in Stockholm. And these open tournaments, they're almost all the time 9 rounds long. And it's because you need 9 games to make different kind of norms. And also with so many players, it's a huge number of players, 400 players. So last year the winner, it was, if I'm not mistaken, Nils Granelius from Sweden, our highest rated Swedish player. And he had 7.5 after 9. So he only lost 1.5 points. I'm not sure if he lost a game and made 1 draw or if it was 3 draws. So 9 rounds is very, very popular to have, and not to make the tournament so long. They have these 2 double rounds yesterday, and tomorrow Anna again will have a double round. But today she's only playing 1 game. And what will she play here now? She will need, this is now a threat to take the pawn here because the king has escaped. We don't have these tactics we had before. So I will just show you why this is absolutely a threat to take this pawn. So she will need to defend it in different way. And it could be with queen b3. It could be with taking on a8 and then go queen b1 or queen b3 also if you want to. But I don't think you want, it's not an easy choice to make. Or it could be with knight e4. These are the moves. Knight e2 looks a little bit passive because I would actually prefer knight e4 than to play knight e2. Knight e4, yes, I would absolutely prefer that. Yeah, and I can also, not b queen c7 wouldn't be any threat now because you can take on b4. You would lose the pawn here, but it's difficult to get to h7 because we can see this square. White is looking at h7 with the bishop, but the knight, this pawn is not only defended by king, it's defended by the knight. So the king is very safe. You need maybe to play queen c7 to a knight h6, knight g5, threatening something here, but then h will come and you can have knight e4. So of course, if white would have time for knight g5 and knight e4, this would be the dream. But now this is a threat. It's absolutely a threat to take this pawn on b4, and white needs to do something very quickly against that threat, so Anna doesn't lose a pawn for nothing. But there's a very, very common maneuver, and we see that this square is weak, and very common maneuver is to play knight g5 and knight e4. Unfortunately now it's not time for this because b4 is hanging, but sometimes you have absolutely this idea to go knight g5 and then knight e4 because you would like to land with the knight on e4. Maybe later you want to put the knight on c5, but in general you want to have a piece on c5. you don't want it to become a pawn there, because with a piece you are putting pressure against this pawn, which is a backward pawn. So here we can say that black has this backward pawn, this passive bishop. White has this pawn, which is a bit weak, but it makes very, very important function. It is stopping the pawn coming to c5. So what could I say that she could play? Yeah, she needs to defend b4, and in one way or another. This is just very, very important. And I'm curious how Anna will play. And we could also see that if Anna would go something like this, to put more pressure on it, this would actually be bad. We could maybe take on d5. Maybe we could replay some tactics here also. Yeah, it could be that we even can go this tactical move. I'm not sure. This is we get a knight to b5. And we see that we get something like this, which is actually fine, because this center are probably stronger than this b5 pawn. So this would probably be a little bit better for white with this two central pawn, but white has to be careful to keep the pawns and this b5 under attack. But this is far away. So this is far away. I was just wondering also if we could go here, knight d5, if we could take, because if you take, you will probably have to take back with the e-pawn. But maybe this is absolutely fine. Yes, because now black has this plan. Oh, put the knight on c4. No, we cannot allow this. This we cannot allow because we don't want a piece to land on c4. So Anna needs to defend b4. She is thinking. Her opponent is also sitting and waiting for Anna to move. They have spent about half an hour each, maybe a little bit more, and they have played like, is it 15 moves? I think it's something like that, about 15 moves. No, I don't think I don't think Anna likes to be down on time, but the clock is just that in some moments you reach a moment where you have to move. So it's a little bit this hesitation and this decision making, which we are training all the time. We are training it all the time to make decisions in chess. And of course, if we could make the same good moves with less time, we will become much stronger players. And I can see some players, yeah, I said it before, that they are playing for time from the first moment. And the clock is just a very important part of it. Playing the same moves you would play with lots of time. If you find the same moves with shorter time, the level would absolutely go up, because you're putting pressure on your opponent, like Anna was under pressure yesterday on the clock. She was very, very much under pressure, and then she made a mistake that actually her position just went down. So the clock is so important, but still it's fine. Lots of players like to use the time, so they are making the move when they have more or less the same time as the opponent. But you shouldn't always trust that, because if you play against someone you're spending very, very much time, you should absolutely play quicker than that. And yes, Anna is just thinking and just hope again she will find a good idea. But it's just clear that black is going to take, this is the threat. I will just put it like this. This is the threat to take the pawn on b4. I cannot see that Anna has any tactics now. If it takes on b4, so she needs to defend against it. She needs to defend the pawn. And the move I actually like, I like this knight e4. I think this is what I would like to do, but I am not sure this is the best way of playing. But this is actually the move I would like to play here, knight e4. She can also go queen b3, absolutely, and she can go taking a8 and then defend the pawn with the queen. This is absolutely also possible. So these are the possibilities. I don't see so many more moves. I don't like this so much, because we can see that this rook is very active here and this rook is becoming passive. So it's better to just remain with the active rook. What will I guess Anna play? I'm not sure. Maybe queen b3. queen b3 could be a move that she will play here now. I wouldn't be surprised if Anna played queen b3. I'm just wondering if it goes something like queen e7 here, can we then go maybe knight e4? How will a position be like this? And we will maybe go, can we go e5 here? I'm just wondering, how is a position like this? How is this? And yeah, this is absolutely possible. I think it's about equal, this position, because we don't really want to move away. We cannot move away the bishop. We could go we need to stay. Yeah, we have lots of it. So maybe we need to take here, knight take here now. And how is this position? I'm not sure how it is. Maybe this is maybe it's about equal. I'm not sure. We still have this bishop here. We have this backward pawn. Maybe something like this, could it be possible? I am not sure. And if you go somewhere here, maybe we can just play bishop d3 and just kick the knight away, because the knight is not so stable here. But this is just very, very far away, and if there are some tactics, we will absolutely try to pin it. Yeah, I just wanted to say, then we will go maybe rook e1, or maybe we take first and rook e1. This is far away. This is absolutely far away. But I would say that this is maybe not such an easy position to play. Now, it's not so easy maybe to play, because she needs to defend against b4. Black has this passive pawn, passive bishop, and this pawn, but black's plan is to go queen e7 and to go e5. This is what black is planning to do, and with big queen e7 is more pressure on b4. After e5 there will also be pressure on e4, and if you go queen b3, can we go something like e5 here now immediately? I'm not sure how this would be. We are not really threatening to We're not threatening a fork here, but could it be that, I don't know, if you take here, can you just take back with the bishop? And how is a position like this? It could be, we have sometimes these maneuvers, but this is where knight g5 for the play like this, and we have this pawn here on d4. So we have two isolated pawns, but we still keep the bishop here. And I would say that this is about equal. I don't know if there could be some in-between move here, like knight e4, if it would make any difference. But I would say that this is about equal here. It would be about equal. So, yeah, queen b3 or knight e4 or rook b1, or changing first and then defending the pawn. But this is the pawn, and I will need to do something about. This is absolutely the pawn she will need to do. And what is Anna's plan? Anna's plan is to now the pawn structure is a little bit different, so I guess it could be that Anna is sometimes planning to go e4 actually, but we have this little bit annoying open a file, and it means that her rooks one rook need to be on a1. So I'm not sure actually if Anna has this plan of going e4 now, because these pawns b4 are stopping both pawns. So her center will be a little bit loose if she play this. So, but first is the b4 pawn. So I guess knight e4, queen b3, or maybe changing on a8 and then defending on b4. These are my three moves. Anna is fully focused. Also, her opponent is sitting all the time, doesn't go up at all. Now he takes a little walk, and this is good device to do, just to get some energy, just to think a little bit of something else, maybe to get something to drink also. So let's see, Anna is just having a little bit less time than her opponent, but we know this is a classical time control. And the classical games now, this is very typical way of playing. You're playing games like are normally around 4 hours. They could be 3, 4, 5 hours, normally not longer than that. In the old days, when we didn't have digital clocks, we had adjournments, and it meant that we played maybe for 4, 5, normally 5, 6 hours. And after that, we had an adjournment. We had an envelope. We have to write down the move, and the game was stopped and it was continued. Maybe later the same day, or it could be continued the day after. And that meant that the players could get help from friends, from grandmasters to analyze the game. And it wasn't really fair, because if someone had very strong friends, it was easier than for another one who was maybe having to analyze the position themselves. But of course, these days are gone, and I'm very happy for it. The German was good because you were training a lot of chess when you analyzed the end games. They were normal end games, sometimes even middle games when you had adjourned the games. But it's good that the games are shorter now, even if it's quite a long time, these 3, 4, 5 hours anyway. But when you sit at the board and you are playing, the time is flying away. You don't really realize that you are playing so many hours. At least not if you are having a position you are enjoying, you're having a game that you like. I don't mind that Anna takes some time here. Yes, I do hope she is using her time in handle the time much better than yesterday. And of course, I shouldn't in any way try to blame Anna with the time. This has been my own big problem during the years, handling the clock in the right way. I have lost lots of games on time. I have also lost games sometimes when I was actually winning, so it can be very painful sometimes. But it's just so important, and this is why chess is so good, because we're training this to take decisions. So it's good in other. I would say it's very good for life to train this all the time, and hopefully with time we are becoming better to take decision, and in chess we need to do it. So let's see if Anna will find a plan she's happy with. She's spending time because she hasn't found what she like most to play. I would just guess if she go knight e4, there would be some exchanges, and her opponent will play for e5. I would absolutely believe so. I don't so maybe could it be, I don't know, is there some other way of playing this? I'm just wondering if there's some other ways of playing this. I'm wondering if we could go something like here, queen here, and go queen b1, and the idea is we defend his, but I'm just thinking of, I want to go this move, knight g5 and knight e4. So let's see if you play some slow-mo, maybe we can go knight g5 here. This is what I'm wondering, but I'm a little bit curious about this move. What would be happening here? Yeah, maybe we have this e4 move. We have been looking at it before, and it getting a bit crazy all of a sudden. So it's just lots of, but I think this plan is very difficult to play. Maybe this is a good plan, because you are, the reason we have to take first is we go queen b1, you grab here, grab, and we can take bishop b1, bishop b4, and now I don't see that white will get any compensation for the pawn. So this is the reason why to take on a8. But I think this is not an easy plan to play, to give the a file for black. So I assume Anna will go either queen b3 or knight e4. These are the moves I am expecting Anna to play, one of these moves. Yes, this is actually, so the plan here is actually after queen b1 is that we defend the pawn, but we have this plan, knight g5, we are attacking on h7, and after that we bring a knight to e4. We bring a knight to e4. This is a little bit the plan. So, and then after we can play rook c1, and we keep control of the c5 square. So this is actually a plan I would like to see for Anna, but it's not an easy choice. I would say it's not absolutely easy to play that, and I don't expect Anna will play that. So but like that we would bring the queen to a good square, while it would be on b1 defending b4, but also looking at g5 at h7, and we have this plan with knight g5 and knight e4 a little bit to put pressure, and maybe could it be that we can go f4 later, just to stop e5, just so black will not be able to play against white's pawn center, because this is also one one of the plans. In some openings, you give your opponent the whole center. We can see the white has this beautiful pawn on d4, this beautiful pawn on b4, which is just restricting c6, restricting the bishop. But we want to attack this pawn. So a way of attacking it is to go e5. And of course, if white could stop e5, then this would be a fantastic position. But white is not able to stop e5. e5 can always come. So white needs to be able to have a good plan against e5. So that's why it's a way of playing. Sometimes you give the center, like actually when Anna played against Galper in the first round, he played a cow opening. You know, you put the pawns, you put the pieces on the second and third rank, and a little bit, and Anna took the whole center, and he said a little bit like come, and then after Anna got very ambitious and gave a pawn, and then he just grabbed it, and he was getting control in the center. So this is absolutely one of the way of playing, that you give the opponent the center, and then after you attack it. And if you have the center, you will, of course, you try to defend it. You try to keep your beautiful center, and to make it difficult for opponent to attack it, or make it like that when your opponent attack it, you have a good way of continuing. So Anna is now taking time, and let's see, it's maybe not so easy for her to find the right way, but she knows this has to be defended. The pawn has to be defended before. Queen b3 is absolutely fine move to play. I would say it's a very normal move to play. Queen b3 to defend. I actually, this is what I expect, either knight e4 or queen b3. These are the moves I would expect Anna to play in this position. I can't really see anything else. Can she go knight e2? But it looks, this knight, if you go knight e2, you see this knight doesn't have a big future anywhere. So it's just a very, very passive move. The knight is better on c3. The knight would even be better going to e4 here. And after a move like this, because also you are actually attacking these pieces, so black will more or less have to take on e4. It will be a little bit maybe make it easier for black. You are changing one knight, but this knight can also bring in and to be a little bit active here. So even if black's position a bit cramped because of b7, there are ways of playing for activity for black. And we can actually see it on the time that Anna is spending time, and she's not really finding something she's very happy with. She's just wondering how she's going to play. So she will keep an initiative. But I would say that this position, it could be a bit better for white, but I think it's close to equal. I think it's close to equal. And black has very clear plans here. And Anna just has to know how she's handling these plans. And the plan for black is to take the b4 pawn, but also to go e5 here. No, I wouldn't like e4. You're threatening a fork here, but after bishop b4, can we play this? Can we go here? Can we play this? And the plan is, yeah, maybe, but I cannot see that we will get enough for the pawn. So I wouldn't, because after knight b5, I just wanted to see, we have this. And after knight e6, we can just go bishop b4, and knight b7, we go queen b6 or queen b7, and you can see that this knight is getting, maybe we go queen c7. We can see that this knight is getting very close to be trapped. So no, not e4. We need to handle the b4 pawn. We need to somehow save the b4 pawn here. Anna has played, and she played queen b3. She played queen b3. I think this was the logical way of playing, absolutely. And now I would guess we will see queen e7 on the board. I think this is absolutely what we will see on the board, because with queen b3, now the rooks are, let's say they are in contact with each other, and I think her opponent will go queen e7, and you can see that the rooks are in contact with each other, and there is some pressure here against b4. So this is absolutely what I expect her opponent to play, and I think her opponent will play that quite quickly. So queen e7, this is what I think her opponent will play, and here we can see now there is a threat against here now. So now Anna probably needs to go here, and we will have this, and I would say e5 would be a very logical way of playing this. And how is this here? Anna will have to be very careful, because this would be just losing. You are threatening a mate here, you have the bishop here, you would lose immediately. So this is a little bit scary, this position. Is there something else we could play here? Maybe we can go queen c2. I have no idea what is going to happen here. Can we take on d4? Maybe this is mistake, is hanging on h7. So maybe we should go something like h6. And how can this position be here? I am not sure. This is getting very, very tactical. b4 is hanging, e5 is hanging, and c6 is hanging. So what is going to happen here? I'm not sure at all. There's so many ways of playing this. I don't know if you can take on a8, take here and go some g3, or maybe we should go some, but this b4 pawn is always hanging, and this c6 pawn is also in the air, but you need to attack it with the rook. So I'm not sure. This will be very tactical, but this is the position. Her opponent hasn't played, and Anna is down to 43 minutes. She's down to 43 minutes. It's no problem yet. This is the position. This is the position at the board. So it's important you can see it. It's like this. And I just hope Anna feel that she likes her position. But now they're both thinking a lot, and I guess this is just a natural move. You could absolutely take here. Queen d6 is not so logical move. The queen is not in such a good square. And then I like this plan, knight g5, h6. Can we bring the knight? Oh, we have some tactics. We have this tactic. We have these tactics. And the idea is after here, we have a check. The king is moving, and we take on d6. Oh, so no, the queen is not good. And this is actually a reason why queen e7 also is good. One is that you bring the queen, so you put in threats here, but you're also defending your bishop on d6. You're defending also e6 square, so there will not be any tactical here, not be any tactics at all in this position. So queen e7 is just such a logical move to play here, and I have no idea if we can start some firework with this and to go some e5. I don't know. Maybe this could be possible. The idea is, of course, if you go knight e5, we have this and we are winning. And if you go bishop c3, we have this in-between move. We are threatening queen. And if you try to make something like this, we can just take the queen, and we see we are having a piece more. So it could be that if you go queen e7, could e4 be a good move? I don't know. I guess e5 will be coming. How will this be? Can we take on e5? I'm not sure if this is so good to play. This could absolutely be some danger here after g3. This could absolutely be a danger, because this one is getting weak. I think black will have a very good position here. So in a position like this, e4, e5, we might go here. I have no idea. And if you take here, we will just, I'm not sure we should go knight e4. We want to play knight f5. I have no idea if there could be some g6 here. And this is far away. This is very, very, it's not so easy to play. It's not so easy to play this. I just feel that it could be easier to play this position with black than with white. Because queen e7, it looks like such a natural move for me to put pressure on b4, but also to keep the queen here in the middle. We're defending the bishop, but here in the middle, it looks at the queen side. But it might be possible also after you're planning e5 to actually put some threats against the h2, against white's king. So I think this is just a very good move for black to play. What else could black think of to take? And black played his queen e7. This is a good move. Absolutely a good move. Now this is becoming some threats here. It could be that Anna go for some firework with e4. After e4, b4. If you go e5, you have knight g4. Now maybe this is getting, but we have this idea, this beautiful idea, and here we have bishop b4. And even if we have lost a pawn here, we will give it. Either we will win exchange, or after a move like this, I'm not sure you really want to come. Maybe we have to come back. I'm not sure. It's just getting crazy. Yeah, maybe like this. I don't know really what is happening here. It's getting lots of firework here. But anyway, white will absolutely be fine in a position like this after c5. Maybe we should take on a8. I have no idea what is going to happen in a position like this. We have a pawn less, but we have the bishop pair, and it could be that something crazy like bishop d2 could c4. No, I don't understand this. c4, and could queen b5 would be a possibility here. So, but this is just crazy things. This is really crazy. So if Anna now, so Anna actually can go for e4. She can go for e4. This will get the game to very, very tactical. She can absolutely also play knight e4. She is defending b4 pawn. So she can absolutely do this. And the plan with e4 is, of course, to move the pawn to b4. But it's also that after e5, and the knight is moving somewhere, I don't know where we move it, somewhere, you have this tactical knight d5, and you will get the piece back, you will have the bishop pair, and you will control the black squares, and it will absolutely be fine, even if you might give a pawn for a moment, but you have such a big initiative. So queen e7 was played. That was a strong move. That was a very good move, I would say. I think that was the absolute best move, but it's also a very natural move because the queen is bringing up here, looking towards this b4 pawn. Black is planning to take this b4 pawn, absolutely. Let's say Anna make a slow move, because after bishop take b4, if you try to make this fork, it doesn't work because you have the knight, and the bishop is defended by the knight and by the queen. It doesn't work at all. So this is a threat to take the pawn. It's absolutely a threat to take on b4 here. So what could Anna do? She could actually play this very passive move, but that would be quite sad to play. Could she play something else? I'm just wondering, can we go something else, some crazy move like here? No, I don't think she can come here. If she play a move like this, h3. If you try to, she can defend it like this, but then she leaves, she lets her opponent be active here, and I'm not sure she really wants to do that. But maybe the rook is not so good on a7. It could be that we get some I don't know if we can get some tactics. But also after doubling rooks, Anna will have bishop c1, and she will keep control of this square. But let's go back. I don't expect Anna to go rook b1. I don't do that. Rook fb1 would actually lose a pawn because you have this in between move. I'm just wondering, can we play like this? I think it's just a pawn less. I cannot see that we have any compensation. We get the a file, but after a move like this, I think we just can probably go maybe rook b8, and we keep everything under control, I believe. So let's see. How is Anna going to defend the pawn on b4? She is thinking, she is spending some time, and so I would expect Anna to go knight e4 or to start some firework with e4. These are the two moves I am expecting from Anna, and after e4, it could be she goes there, but then we have this e5 move, which is quite strong, and it putting some crazy firework here on the position. I have no idea what is going to happen after a move like this. Can we play here? We have knight e5, and what is going to happen? No, now we have knight f5. This is actually no problem because we will get the bishop pair in a position like this. We even have f4. So now I'm making the move so quickly, but with all these tactics we have to be careful because black could have taken on a1 first, but there are so many tactics. What did Anna play? She went for the firework. She played e4. She played the most active move in the position, and we can see that both Anna's parents, me and her father, we are chess players, but we have completely different style. I like to be active, but I play quite positional small moves. Her father, Juan Bayon from Spain, he's also a grandmaster. He likes to play like this. He likes to go for activity. He likes to play beautiful moves, actually. So he's very, very creative player. And I would say that Anna is what I've seen here now and what I've seen lately is Anna is more playing like her father than like me. She's going for e4. I would not have dared to go e4. I would say that I would absolutely not have dared to go e4. And but Anna, it does that. And the move I'm actually a little bit scared of is e5. I'm not scared of bishop take b4. I am not scared of that because there are tactics working for her. But now we can see Anna pushed the pawn to e4. If it was her to move, she would go e5. She would win the game on the spot. She is threatening to win on the spot. And now we can see they have some sunshine. And I think this is very, very strange. Because you need to organize it. I know myself when I have been playing and all of a sudden I have the sun on the board. It's so annoying. So I just hope that they will find a way to take away the sunshine from the board. It's very beautiful that they have sunshine on Iceland, of course. It's a dark country, it's very far to the north, but something has to be done because it's so difficult to focus, so difficult to see the board when you have this sunshine, and you can see that it's easy to see Anna's pieces, the other one are darker, and I guess but Anna played this e4. She played this e4 move, and now this could be firework here again. We have seen some firework actually in her first game when she played against Grandmaster Galperin, who played a cow opening with white against Anna. Anna sacrificed the pawn, then it was a knight, then it was a bishop, then it was a knight. It was close, but not enough, and her opponent could save his king and win the game. On the second game, Anna again played very aggressively, but she played very nicely. It was the best idea, and I liked so much how she played. Yesterday, when she went into tactics, it just went wrong, and she lost. But I think it was a bit because of time also. But here again, there are some fireworks because e5. So she doesn't have the center so stable. She's threatening e4. She's threatening e5 to fork. To make a fork. So black, I would say that black only have 3 moves to consider. One is to take on a1 first, one is to take on b4, and one is to go e5. I cannot see any other move for black to choose from. So these are the 3 main alternatives. But to take on a1 now doesn't look logical because why to give white the whole file? So I would say either to consider to take on b4 or to go e5. These are actually what I would say the 2 main moves to consider with black. And so it's just so very, very exciting to see what is going to happen here. I'm getting a bit nervous, I must say. I'm absolutely getting a bit nervous because it could be that if black goes this e5, if black goes e5, I don't know, maybe Anna, if Anna should she take on a8 first? Is this better or is this worse? But this is actually a big mistake because of knight take e5, and now Anna is getting into problems because b4 is hanging. There are lots of problems here. So e5, after e5 is very important. Anna goes knight e2, or maybe she can take here first, and I believe she needs to go knight e2 to play this position. And how is this? Can we go rook a4 to put more pressure here? I'm not sure what is going to happen. Can we go something like this? But after a move like this, we are attacking the rook and we will win some material. So this could absolutely be the good way to play, but it's so difficult. We see here how her opponent is looking away. This is the position at the board. Anna played this aggressive b4, not b4. She played e4, but she leaving the pawn on b4 on pre. So what is her opponent going to play? What is her opponent going to do here? You can see that there's a big threat of this pawn coming to e5, and then it would be a fork with the bishop fork with a knight, that would absolutely win the game. To win a piece for a pawn, it would absolutely decide the game. Even if black gets 2 pawns, it would be just winning for white. So black cannot allow it. So let's see. Black will need to go either e5 or to consider, is it possible to take on b4? Is it possible that Anna has blundered something? Has she done something wrong here? So let's see what he will do. But we are having a very, very tactical position. It's really a very, very tactical position, and I'm getting it's not like a slow position. But Anna, again, she chose the most active way to play. She's putting pressure on her opponent, and I would just say that the most logical way for her opponent to play is to go e5. It's only if her opponent think that Anna has blundered something and go bishop b4. But after bishop b4, Anna will get an advantage, but she still needs to play in a good way. She still needs to play in a good way. So it's not that the game is over, but bishop b4 will give white an initiative, because here we can see white has this pawn, black, sorry, has this pawn on white squares, and this bishop are on black square. This is on a white square, and it's easy to see that this is an active bishop. This is a passive bishop. So this bishop is so important for black to remain. If we could take away one piece each from each board, we would love to take away this bishop. We would love to take away this bishop. And it would just favor Anna to not having these pieces here on the board. So also Anna is threatening e5. Could it be that she has some plan to go bishop g5? It could also be, but in general this is the big threat and not bishop g5. She needs to keep an eye on this. And so e5, I would be surprised if black is not playing e5 here. And after e5, this will be such a tactical position. This will actually be such a tactical position, because black is threatening to take on d4, maybe give a check here, and then go queen e5 check. There are lots of threats. So Anna will absolutely need to be very, very careful in a position like this. So let's see. Her opponent has not played. Anna played this e4. It looks like there are less sun. They have maybe organized it because it looks better now on the board. For some moments there were lots of sunshine and not so easy, and we can see that the player, they also can they looked like they were not so happy for some moments, but now they can fully concentrate on the board, fully concentrate on this very, very exciting position, this very, very, I would say, tactical position. But chess is like this, and this is why we always need to train calculation, because in the end it comes to calculation. There are always tactics. Also, even in the end games there are tactics we need to be able to calculate. So training calculation is an important part in chess. It's also quite nice to train it. You can put up tactical position. It could be studies, it could be from games, and it could be also by themes, because there are patterns. If you have seen a pattern, then it's much easier to find it in your own games. And I think Timman, long time ago, Jan Timman, he was one of the best players from Holland. He has said he knows all the patterns, I think he said, but he knows, of course, lots of patterns. So let's see. I am a little bit concerned about what Anna will do if her opponent play e5. This is just it's a good move, and it's just because we see now this is not stable. Can she go h3? H3 is actually a good move, because the plan is if you go here, we can take back. If you go queen e5, we go knight f3, and we are coming back here, and it's fine. Because you will need to go. This is absolutely the only way to defend. You have this double threat here and also here. So h3 is actually a good move to play in this position. After e5, this is absolutely possible to play. So her opponent played e5. Her opponent played this move. He played e5. This was absolutely the best move. This was absolutely the best move. And now Anna is not allowed to take her e5. She's not allowed. So h3 is absolutely a good move. I like this. Maybe knight e2 is the best move. Could it be that Anna should take on a8 first? But knight e2 is very, very difficult, because after you take here, can we just bring, maybe we should take the rook here, oh, it's so tactical, and we bring up the knight here to d4, and we have this knight f5 coming, and after a move like g6, I'm just wondering what we're going to do. Maybe we go rook e1, and we are having some threats here. We are starting some threats here with e5. So this is again, I don't know what will happen, but it's about equal. So in this position, after this very good move, e5, her opponent find it, this very, very good move, I would say h3 is a good move. I would say knight e2 is a good move. It could be also that you should change, but I cannot see either way. This would probably be a big mistake. Here, maybe this would be a big mistake, because b4 is hanging. There are some threats against d3 and f3. Anna will get into big, big problems here. So she's not allowed to take on e5. Absolutely not. She needs to either go this little h3 move, and I just want to show you why this is important, because if you go rook e1 here, or let's say we take here first and we go rook e1, then we can just take here, and I think we just can take on h2. Maybe even we want to make some more tactics here, bringing here, I don't know, can we play this? And we have bishop b5, everything is hanging. Now this is disaster. This could be very dangerous. So this is what I was a little bit scared of. I just think that this position is easier for black to play than for white, because black has this big problem still. If this was not the problem, black would have had a wonderful position, but this is the compensation white has. But black is putting pressure on b4. Black is also putting pressure on d4. And what has happened after h3? Yes, if you come here, and if you go bishop b4, we have knight f5, queen c5, and what is going to happen here? We will have some, I don't know what is going to happen here now. I cannot see. I just think this looks very fine for black. I don't know, why is this not very fine for black? Yeah, because we have some tactics here. Do we have some tactics here with knight take b5? But this is just tremendous difficult to see. With threats against f7, threats against b7, and this is working okay for white, but this is too much. This is just very, very difficult. So h3, I would say, is a very difficult move to make here. I would absolutely say this is very, very difficult move to see that you can allow this here. Now, if bishop b4, do we have something else? Queen f5, we have this move here, and queen c5. This is absolutely necessary to defend the bishop. Could we go something like knight a4? Could this be a possibility? No, we cannot go knight a4, because you have rook take a4, and when you take back, we go bishop take d2, and this is just winning. Black has the bishop and a knight, and actually won a pawn against the rook. This would be too much. So there are some very, very much tactics in this position. I am a little bit concerned. So probably, I don't know, taking on a8, I think this is just so difficult to do. Maybe this is the best to take here. It could be, but I would say to give this file and go knight e2. This is just very difficult, because after this we have this beautiful bishop c2, beautiful, or maybe should we start with maybe queen b1? I'm not sure. It could be queen b1, but the idea is that if you go bishop take b4, we will kick the rook and we will win some material. So this is just very, very difficult to play. So I would expect Anna to go, yeah, after e5. I don't know what Anna will play here. I hope she will go knight e2 or take on e8 and knight e2. I would just say that can she play something like that? Rook d1. And if you take here, can we play this? Knight take d4. Is this something to be worried about? King take, queen d6 here. And what is going to happen in a position like this? Maybe here we have lost the pawn, but the queen needs to come here. Can we start some f4? Can you go here queen h5? No, we have this beautiful, maybe we even have rook f3 coming here. This is getting so tactical. So sometimes we can give a pawn when we get the bishop, but it's so difficult to evaluate, so difficult. So rook d1 could be a possibility, and the idea is if you take here, we will just take on e5, and if you take here, we will just, I think we will just grab here, and this is getting just fine. Yeah, we're just winning a piece here, so this is not possible. And so rook d1 could be a possibility, but I would say this is just, and the idea is again, if you're coming here, and can we go here again, we have knight f5, queen c5, and we have again, this is absolutely fine for black to play. This is absolutely fine for black to play. So it will not really work here. I don't know if you can have some other tactics in this position. No, I cannot see that. So yeah, no, this is not possible. So after e5, it's not easy for Anna, and she is thinking here. And yeah, maybe knight e2, but after knight e2, can we just take on a1? This is not an easy choice, and take on d4. And after knight take d4, can we go some knight e5? How will this position be now? We are bringing the rook to e1, and we'll let you take the bishop pair, because after this queen takes, can you go bishop take b4 here? No, we are bringing out in the pieces, and we can see that in the end, you will not be able to defend the bishop. This is very far away. This is very far away. So knight e2 is actually the move I'm hoping Anna will play. Knight e2, but it's not easy at all to make this decision, and this is absolutely not easy at all to make, because this is a pawn hanging here. There are some tactics against here. So she played it. She played knight e2. I am so happy. She played this beautiful knight e2, and I would say, wow, this is absolutely a must move she had to play, because she is defending the pawn on b4. And earlier you asked me, could knight e2 be the good move? I didn't like it, but here she also need to overprotect d4. But then you wonder, why can't you do like this? And we have knight take e4 here. Why is this not possible? We will have some knight f5, queen e6. This will be some firework here. We will take here, you will take back. And what is happening here? We are going to have a position like this where we have the bishop pair, but we also have something more. We have the bishop pair, we have a bad bishop, and we have threats against h7 and e6. So these things will be better for white. This will absolutely be better for white. So but it's so many fireworks, so much firework here. So knight e2 was such a good move. I am expecting her opponent to think here. I'm absolutely expecting her opponent to think before he decides what is he going to do here, what is he going to play in this position. But could it be he goes some little move? What is Anna's next move here? What is her next move? Could bishop c2? I have no idea what's hanging here. If you take here, what is this going to happen? And can we go knight take e4 here? What, I'm just wondering what is happening here in a position like this. This is absolutely going to be about equal. This is absolutely going to be about equal. So no, I don't know. I'm just wondering what is Anna's next move, and why did I want to make this little g6 move? This look, but it's because if you take on d4, we take back, and we have this idea on knight f5, which is annoying. You can absolutely play like this, and now go g6 if you want to. You can absolutely do it, but then we probably should bring this rook here. Maybe we should bring it here. We should bring it to maybe d1. I don't know. Maybe here, if we could go this rook, but then black always can take. So it could be in a position after knight e2. I would actually expect her opponent to take on d4. I will actually expect her opponent to take on d4, but it could be that her opponent want to play a slow one, but I guess her opponent will take on d4. What more? I think this looks logical, and to go knight e5 no, because we have knight f5. Maybe to go g6 here. Could this be possible? Can we play this here and we go knight e4. Is this possible to play? What will happen here? Now we have knight f5. I'm just wondering, but now it doesn't work because of queen f6. So this is actually after knight e2, rook take e1, rook here take, and e take d4. Can we put some pressure? I don't know. And after this move, can we play knight take e4? How is this position going to play? This would be a losing move because of queen f6, and you will have just very, very difficult position. Maybe we can try to get some compensation, but no, I don't want to play this. This is absolutely not possible. I don't know what we can do here. No, this would be lost. No. So, and here, I don't think. Why should we have a pawn? Do we have some compensation here? Do we have something? After queen d5, we would absolutely take this, and we would take on b5. We will get the pawn back. And even if your opponent has the bishop pair, we have this blocker on d4. This is an isolated pawn blocked. This will be absolutely fine. So the opponent needs to go maybe queen d6 somewhere here, and maybe we can try. I have no idea what is happening here. But white is playing with a pawn less. White is playing with a pawn less. So let's see what her opponent will do. I would say taking on a1 is the most tricky move. Absolutely, the most tricky move. If her opponent take here, the best is actually to take on a8, I believe, to take back, and now to take on here. This would absolutely be the best, because after this move, we have knight f5. We have this knight f5, I don't know, queen e6, and what is going to happen here? If you take on e4, you take on f5. I'm not sure which way we should do, but now we have an active rook here. I'm not sure what is better, if it's better to take on d6, or if we should play like this, and this should be an equal position. So let's go back. So Anna played e4. I'm just very, very nervous. This was a good move. This was absolutely a good move, but I'm still scared for the tactics here. I think I'm still very scared for tactics, because now b4 is well defended, but e4 is not well defended. Her opponent took on d4, and I'm a little worried that Anna will take back quickly. I just hoping she takes on a8 first. I hope she take the rook first, that she see these tactics. This is a little bit what happened yesterday. She had a rook standing on the wrong square. So I hope she will take on a8 first, and then go knight take d4. This is what I hope she will do, because if she plays this, her opponent will absolutely go here, I believe, and go knight took e4. And the problem is we don't have this pin, because knight d4, we have this position. This is absolutely possible to play rook to d7. It's possible to play this here, and in a position like this, you have only move. Everything is losing except bishop e5. Bishop e5, and it works for black, because after knight f3 you have bishop c8. So in a position like this, you need to take it. We need to play this position, and this is absolutely an equal position. This is absolutely equal. After a move like this, we can go king f1, so there's no mate on the last rank. So let's go back. So let's see. Has Anna, she took on d4. Anna started thinking her opponent, I'm not sure if her opponent has gone up, but her opponent took on d4, and that was absolutely expected. I just hope Anna will, take on a8 and then take on d4. This is absolutely the best to play that. To take here on a8, this is the best. Get away of the pin and play this. But her opponent can play knight take e4 again, because there is not this pin. We have knight take d2, and now this is very more difficult. So this after a position like this, and this bishop is so badly placed because it will hit the queen. It will hit the queen. So guess knight f5, because, and this is the only move. This is, I would say that black is so lucky that black has this only move, because when you take the queen, you want to take on e4, but at the same time, you are threatening the bishop here on f4, and you don't have time to do something else. And if you do this, black will absolutely play this. I don't know, knight g5, knight f6, knight take e6. How is the position like this? the problem is this rook is very active. Can we go something like here? Maybe this is just not so good. If you try to come here, we have rook c1 and we're getting our pieces. If white can get the piece to active square, the bishop pair is strong. We know that the bishop pair is strong. So let's see what Anna will play. She is taking some time. She is calculating. So what she's calculating, is she going to take back on d4, or is she going to take on a8 first? I cannot see anything else than these two. So if she takes here, there is some tactics here. Tactics, we saw that, knight took e4, and now this fork, queen and bishop, doesn't work. You have queen f6 and the rook is under attack. You have queen f6. No, it doesn't work. So in a position like this, after this, take here, knight take e4. She will have to play with a pawn less. She will have to play for activity. I don't know, queen d4. Maybe we go, I'm not sure what is the best move. Queen d3 could be a good move. You're threatening something here. I have no idea what is happening here. It's getting so crazy. If you go rook a8, we might have some h3. What is happening? Queen d6 and knight f5. This is getting just some very, very good tactics, because the piece is hanging. Yeah, this would be very, very good. So actually, you know, if she finds the right way, she can take on a8, but she can also take on d4. But she will need to find that after this move here, she will play with the pawn less. She will absolutely have to play this position. She will play for activity. And it's about equal. Black has a pawn more. Black has this bishop pair. But this bishop is passive. So queen d6 could maybe be the best move. I have no idea. Queen here. Can we do something like queen a5? Now we're bringing in the bishop, and all of a sudden the bishop doesn't have any square to go to. So there are some activities. There are some danger. There are two knights. So I would actually, I'm not really worried, even if Anna don't take on a8. It's absolutely possible, but she will need to find some very, very good move. She will need to find activity for a pawn, and it's not easy, not always easy to evaluate. And this is why she's thinking so long. She's down to 26 minutes. Yes, this is absolutely a possibility. And of course, now in this position, Black has to consider taking on a8 or taking directly. And taking directly is worse, because knight f5, I think, is the right move. Maybe I think knight f5 is the right move. This is the only move to stay in the game for Black. But white will be better, probably like taking the bishop pair with knight g5. White will have this bishop pair, and I would like the position a little bit better. So Anna is now spending some time, because she realized that this is the position, sorry. No, this is knight e2 was played, this is played, and this is the position at the board. So chess is so difficult, because her opponent took a pawn. This was very expected, and now there are threats against e4. There are threats against e4, and Anna has to decide, is she going to and she knows she has to take this back. She doesn't have time for something slow, because Black is planning to take on e4, but it could also be that Black is planning to go c5, open up for this bishop finally now when d4 pawn is gone. So Anna only has two moves to consider: take on a8 or take with a knight on d4. These are the two moves. Actually, both moves are fine. It could be that knight take d4 is a better way, but after knight take d4, knight take e4, you have to find this move. And if it was a knight take on e4, I would say this would not be difficult to do. But with no, not here. Oh, sorry, now I'm so quick. So if you take here, Black has these tactics, and after here, this move, we will need to find the activity with rook e1 and play for this. Play that this bishop is badly placed. This bishop cannot come back to f8. So this could be some giving some compensation. Is about equal, but Anna is a pawn down. She will need to play very quickly, and it's not easy to evaluate that this is enough for compensation. So let's see here. Knight e2 was played. And this is the position. This was just a very good move and also a very normal move, because black takes a pawn and puts pressure against this pawn on e4 with the knight and with the queen. So Anna is down to 24 minutes, and it's because now she really needs to calculate everything. She really needs to calculate it. And as I said, yeah, I would say that this opening has been easier to play for black. It's Anna has played ambitiously, she has put pressure, but black has the natural move, got a fine position, no problem, and there are threats that Anna has to handle. So Anna has the more difficult decision to make. She will here actually have to give a pawn. She will lose the e4 pawn, but she can get it back depending a little bit on how her opponent is playing. So there are only two things to decide. There are only two things for her to calculate: take on a8 or take back on d4. She will absolutely need to take this pawn on d4 very, very quickly. She will actually because she will get her knight to more active square, she will have some threats. And here her opponent came back, he also came back, and so Anna is still thinking, and it's because probably she realized, I believe Anna will take on a8, I believe so, that she take on a8 and knight take d4, but both are fine, but depending on how she played, the follow-up has to be different. And the time is ticking. Anna is down to 22 minutes. She is down to 22 minutes, and she has made like they have only played like 16 moves. So these decisions in the middle game has been difficult. This in this in the middle game has been very difficult, and that's why she's spending lots of time. When you're playing over the board, it's just a very different way of playing. I would actually suggest just to play some shorter games, maybe at home over the board, just to get the feeling, because when you sit at the board, it's just so different. And if you haven't done that before, it's just very nice to, of course, it's very, very nice to do it, and it's just very, very exciting to play. But I would just say that to maybe to play a little bit before, or to sit at the board, actually to feel the real chessboard, because it looks different than when you are playing online. So, and that's something I really would say that to really try to play over the board, because it's just such a beautiful, and it's so different. And then playing over the board, when you finish a game over the board, you can quickly play a new one. When you play a classical game, depending on what time, it might be that you only, like Anna, play 1, maybe 2 games a day, so you play a very long game. And then of course it's so nice if it goes well, but it feels if it doesn't go so well. But it's just to keep on playing, to do that, to play both ways, I would say. So let's see. No, of course not. So it's just getting a very good experience. So just keep on playing over the board and keep on playing the way you enjoy chess. So rook take a8 or knight take d4, one of these two moves has to be played. One of these moves have to be played on the board, otherwise it will go wrong. Anna will lose the e4 pawn, but she has ways to get things back, but it's not so easy to calculate, and this is why she is spending so much time here. This is why she's spending so much time, because it looked like obvious to take back on d4, but she can see that this rook can be hanging here. It can be hanging here. So she took on a8, and I think this was absolutely expected, and she played. This was absolutely expected, and the idea is now that after rook take a8, her opponent, I'm sure he will take back quite quickly, because you have an open file. You want the rook to be on an open file, and so I think we will see this move now here. He will take back with the rook. Anna will take on d4, and let's see if he dares to take the pawn on e4. If he dares to take the pawn on e4 after Anna took here But it could also, so this isn't just, it's an exciting moment. And Anna made the most logical choice. She saw that there was a rook hanging here. And we remember what happened in her game yesterday. She went into pin with her, and lost the piece. And it was a rook and a queen in a pin. And that was what decided the game. And Anna didn't want to have a loose rook here hanging, because with the tactics that could be working well for black. So that's why she changed the rook. And she now, I'm sure, when black takes back, I cannot see it's so logical to take back with the rook. I'm a little bit surprised. Black is taking a little time, but he will surely play at any moment here. And he has 36 minutes. Anna is down to 20 minutes. She has played now 17 moves. So her 18th move will come surely quite quickly. And here he is just spending a bit of time before he will take back. And yeah, this is an exciting. So Anna had to give up the a5 for the rook, and here it came. He played rook take a8. I am quite sure Anna now will play take on d4. She might be thinking a little bit, but absolutely take on d4. This is absolutely a good move to play here. Knight take d4. And there are other reasons also. After knight take d4, I'm just wondering knight e5. Maybe we can go knight e5 to play this position, and you move the queen to c7. How can a position like this be? And we go maybe bishop e3. And this is actually, even if the only thing, we have damaged the king side. So if this would absolutely be better, but we actually have the bishop pair. So this would be a lovely position for her. So Anna played, and she took back with the right knight. She took back with a less active knight. So this knight is becoming an active knight. This knight is still very good because it controls e5 square. It also keep an eye on h2. So here, sorry, we have to come back. Rook take a8 was played. This was played. Anna played knight to take d4, and now Anna has knight f5 is coming. So her opponent now can play. He can go g6. G6 is absolutely possible move. Then we can have rook e1. I wonder, maybe can we go bishop g5? Because after knight e5, I guess we can go e5. Now there are some fireworks we will take here, and after queen take e5, we can just, I will just say take here. Yeah, maybe no, we take on f6. So, and we go queen take b4. This would absolutely be a piece up. So I'm not always like this. So if he goes g6, so what black could consider, knight f5 is coming. Now black has to consider, does he dare to take the knight on e4? Does it dare to take with the knight on e4? It's a pawn hanging. Does he dare to play this? It's absolutely possible to play. And because in this position, and now this would not be enough for compensation, because this rook has become active. It's a big difference. This bishop can always come back. So in a position like this, if he takes here, Anna will need to go knight f5, because she threatened to take the queen with check. Black doesn't have time for knight e2. So he is looking, is he going to go knight take e4? I would say that knight take e4 is one move. I would say that knight e5 is one move, or g6 is one move. These are the three moves I expect her opponent to play. These are the three moves. One of these I expect her opponent to play. But what would I say? Yes, knight take e4, does he dare it? He needs to calculate well to see that after knight take f5, he has only one move to stay in the game, and this is queen e6. This is queen e6. But after queen e6, it will be absolutely, it could be about an equal position. Anna can actually, I would prefer to play like this, because now this is hanging. You can take on d6 and knight g5, and we'll get the bishop. Oh, we have knight f8. We cannot play like this. We have knight f8. I didn't. Can we play like this? Maybe, but we are playing with a pawn less. How is this position? Maybe rook d1. It's about equal. We are having the bishop pair, but how is this? And maybe this is absolutely fine for black to play. But black is still with his pawn. Black has a pawn up. With a pawn less, we say we take away this pawn. It would absolutely be very good for white. Now there is a pawn less. So let's see, will black go for this? So what can Anna do? Anna can absolutely also play like this, take on e4, take here, and we take bishop take f4, and we have knight f6, and we have a position like this, maybe knight d4, and this is maybe about equal. I would say we have, this could be absolutely about equal, but this would be a mistake because we would absolutely play a position like this and we can take on b5. So there are still, we will get into an endgame, we will absolutely get in an endgame which is about equal. So in this position, this is the position, I'm sorry I went away, this is the 4th round in Reykjavik Open. Anna has 1 out of 3. She's playing her 4th round. She lost her first game against the Grandmaster. She won a game against a young Swedish player, and it was actually a very beautiful game. Yes, and then the 2nd round yesterday, the 3rd round, they had the double round. So Anna played 2 games yesterday. She unfortunately lost, and so she's having 1 point out of 3 as well as her opponent. And now there is a very critical moment. Is her opponent ready? Does her opponent dare to grab this pawn? It's absolutely possible to grab the pawn because the tactics which will follow, it will lead into an endgame. I would say this endgame is about equal, but so it's possible. It could be her opponent will go something like g6, then Anna could go maybe bishop g5, I don't know, but maybe there are some tricks here against rook a4. So this is just, oh, it's getting again very, very tactical. You can defend it like this, and I don't know what will happen. Maybe you can take it. No, I don't think so. I think in a position like this, rook e1 looks very, very natural. This looks very, very natural to play. And in a position like this, sometimes you are having some ideas of going e5, and you're not really scared of rook before. We have seen this before. Now actually you have e5, and this is becoming very, very strong here. This is actually winning on the spot, so black has to defend it. So I would guess in this position Anna took back, this is the last move, she took back a pawn here, that black can play 1 take on e4, black can go g6, and black can go knight e5. These are the moves I would guess black would do. I don't think knight e5. I would say take on e4 or go g6. This is absolutely the move I would guess her opponent will play one of these moves. So could he go c5? Oh no, I don't think he will go c5. This would absolutely, what could be happening? Can we go knight f5, queen here? Can we play a position like this? I don't know. Normally you don't want to allow it. And now what shall we do here? You can take on d6. Maybe should we go something slow-mo? I have no idea what is happening here. Queen b1. Should we take? Normally this looks very normal to take here, but we have to be a little bit careful because now, and maybe take on b5 because this would not be good here. So this is far away. So actually c5 could be a move to play also. I forgot it. g6 and c5 and knight e4. These are my 3 guesses. But I don't think her opponent wants to allow bishop f5. I don't think so that her opponent wants to allow bishop f5. And c5, I'm wondering, can we just not take on b5? This looks okay, but maybe this is just only equal. Maybe you take here. I don't know what happened if you grab on e4. This is just so many things hanging here. Maybe we can go rook e1, and we have this very, very nasty pin. So there are so much things that can happen. So knight take e4, 1 move, or c5, 1 more, or g6. These are my 3 guesses. And they have played now, Anna has played 18 moves. Her opponent is thinking of his 18 move. Anna is down to 20 minutes. She has 20 minutes plus half minute per each move. So, no, I think they will get to 40th move. I think they will get to 40th move, but it's not sure. But I think so. I think they will keep on playing, but it could be... yeah, no, I think they will keep on playing to the 40th move. I think so, but it's not clear. Some pieces has coming off. We could see an endgame, but if we could get an endgame, it could be that they will just keep on playing it for a while. So no, I believe they will play 40 move. And her opponent, what did her opponent play? He took on e4. Her opponent took on e4. So he saw that these fireworks is working for him. Knight f5, he has only one move to do, and Anna needs to go knight f5. She needs to go knight f5. Everything else, she will be worse when she has exchange. Taking on e4 will not be good, but knight f5 is a good move here. So he took on e4, and after knight f5, her opponent has only queen e6, and we will see this endgame. And here, because after this move, he has the time to actually to defend, to take back and to attack the knight. Otherwise, Anna would have won a piece. She could have taken on e4, but he's attacking the knight, and this knight is defending here. So Anna she can play this, but in a position like this, there will be knight f8, but she will have some compensation with the bishop pair. So it is possible to play this. It's absolutely possible to play this. So he took knight take e4. I would say that was quite brave, but he saw that after knight f5, queen e6, he thought it's just fine for him to play this. He thought this is absolutely fine, and he's absolutely right. I cannot see anything else that Anna can play, because now with his rook active, she cannot play this idea to take on e4, and white has grabbed a pawn, and this is not time for this, because we have knight took d4, and this is just getting very good, because the knight, you take on d2 and you're threatening the queen. This is the problem. This is the problem. If you take on e7, you will take here, and black will be winning. I think black will be winning, but maybe not. We have rook take d7. So what is happening here? Why is not queen take d7? We will take on e7. Is there something? We have queen a1 check. We have queen a1 check, and that is the reason why this is just such a good move. We have this queen a1 check, and that is just winning for black. So let's go back. So not rook e1, but it could be that Anna is thinking of rook e1. I really hope that she doesn't play rook e1, because after rook e1, she will get into problems after this move. She will actually get into big problems after this move. So not rook e1. She needs to go knight f5 to go for the endgame. She really needs to do it. She can take on e4, but then not so good now when this rook is active and this square is available for the bishop. If the bishop gets attacked with other knights for coming maybe to f5, the bishop can go back here to f8, and we have also an active rook. So no, she cannot play the knight f5. She needs to go for this. She needs to play the knight to f5. Yeah, of course, it's always possible to make mistake, and I'm just so scared of Anna playing rook e1. This would absolutely, because if she would have had time to make a little error here, this would have been fine. But her king is standing on mate on the last rank, and these are always, you always have these situations where you have to check out, could it be some nasty thing on the last rank? So yes, they need to reach the control of 40 moves, and then they will get both of them half an hour each, and all the time they have half a minute per move. So so Anna needs to make 22 moves before reaching the control, and here she needs to go to the end game. This is really the best she can do, and so she has like 70 minutes, and she gets this half minute per move. So she has like 70 minutes plus 11, so it's like 28 minutes. She has about 1.5 minutes per move to make. So, but she needs to make a good choice here. Knight f5 is the obvious move, and I just hope she will go for it. Queen e6 is absolutely the only thing her opponent can do, and the problem is after knight f5, queen e6, you very much would like to take on e6, but the queen is undefended, and this is why it doesn't work. If the queen would have been defended, white would be winning after knight f5, but now it's not like this. So let's see what she will play. I really hope she go knight f5. I really hope she play this. I'm so scared she go rook e1. This would absolutely be very dangerous for her if she plays that. So yes, I do hope she goes knight f5, and also because when you play, even if it's an equal endgame, it's good to play the endgames. Anna she's high rated. Of course, her opponent can be playing well in the endgame, but she's the high rated player. She shouldn't mind to play the endgame. And let's see. So I hope knight f5 is coming. I really hope she will grab the knight and go knight f5. This is such an important move to play, and it will be. And here it comes. She played knight f5. This was a must move. This was absolutely a must move, because it's much better to play a position which is about equal than to play a position where you're becoming worse. Anna is now, if she wants, she will getting back the pawn. We're going to have an endgame. It might be that the endgame will be about equal, but but she can keep on playing it. She can absolutely keep on playing it. So this was a very good move. I'm very happy she played it, and she shouldn't be scared to play the endgames. I'm a little bit, even if this, because you have to play the best in the position. Sometimes you really want to play for a win, and you just have to play what the position is asking for. Sometimes, of course, you might be possible to play more tactically, but here we will get into an endgame. It will be a positionally play, so it will be more slow play all of a sudden. So let's see. There is only one move for her opponent to play. I would say Anna find this must move, and her opponent to be in the game. There is only one move. Unfortunately, there is a move. If queen e6 didn't exist, Anna would absolutely be winning here. So there is only one move for her opponent to play, because if he plays something else, yeah, I don't know, queen 8, we would just grab here on e4, and after this move we would take on d6, and this would just be a piece up. So there. And what is very important is that Anna threatened to take on e7 with check. She's threatening to take the queen with check, so her opponent has only one move, queen e6. Queen f8 would defend the bishop, but not the knight. So it's not enough, but there is this only move, queen e6, and I'm sure we will see it on the board. And then Anna will have to go to the endgame. I'm a little bit curious how she will handle it, in which way she will play. If she will play with a bishop pair, but with a pawnless, or if she is just wanting to play with a bishop pair with both of them. And I believe she will just take the pawn back, and they will have an equal endgame. Yeah, the move number, Anna has made her 18th move. They had 22 more moves to make for reaching the time control. And this is the 4th round in the very beautiful open tournament, REYKJAVIK Open, one of the most popular open in the world, one of the biggest open tournament in the world, with 400 players, very strong players in the top. There are some legendary players, there are some streamers there also, and lots of good players, lots of amateur, everyone enjoying playing in the very beautiful playing hall in the Harpa Concert Hall in the heart of Reykjavik. And so Anna played this knight f5, and this tournament is played during a week. So this is, it's the 4th round, and they will continue. Tomorrow will be a double round, and they will continue Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. On Thursday will be the last 9 rounds. So now her opponent is calculating. He is calculating, and could it be that he forgot that Anna is threatening to take the queen with check? That is so important. If it wasn't a check, black would actually be winning here, but when it's a check, this is just a very, very strong threat, and he has only, Anna played her 19th move. Did I say 18th? No, Anna has played 19th move, so she has 21 moves to reach the control. Thank you. I've been traveling a lot during the years. Since the first time I went abroad for chess was 77. I went to Vacancy. I played in one of this group in Vacancy, this Tata Steel tournament, but it had another name when I was playing there, and that was 77. So I've been traveling a lot, but when I've been to Iceland, I was in Iceland 1 month, 84. I played 2 tournaments. I went there back 95, and 95 I actually played twice. I played the zonal tournament. I made one of my best results. I shared the 3rd place. in the zonal tournament. I was actually third by Butchol, but it was playoff. I think we were 6 players, and I'm not sure who won the playoff. It was one of the favorite, but that was one of my best results. So 95, I had to come back there twice. I think I was there in February, and then I came back. Maybe it was in April again. So these are the 4 times or 3 times I've been to Iceland. I mostly travel with chess. I don't travel so much without chess, but I enjoyed so much to be there. I was swimming in the pool, and it was snowing in the outside pool in the heart of Reykjavik. I enjoyed that so much. So it's a little bit a very wonderful place to be there, but it's now almost 30 years since I was there last time. And now he is spending some time before he's going, but I'm sure he will find this only move. I'm sure he will find this only move, because it cannot be that he forgot about this. I mean, this if he doesn't have Queen e6, Anna will win on the spot. So I am absolutely expecting him to play this Queen e6, but he's calculating all the fireworks. So, and there will be just pieces trading off, and they will get into an endgame, which will be about equal. And we here see that they are sitting. Anna is also so fully focused, and she needed, because she's down to 15 minutes. She really needs to spend her time well, but she did that. I'm happy she spent some time, because knight f5, she really needs to. Yes, knight e2 is a very tempting move, but the problem is we take the queen with check. This is the difference. And could it be that her opponent has forgotten about this? Could it be the opponent have forgotten about this, that Anna is threatening to take the queen with check? That is absolutely something very, very important. Otherwise, black would have a very, very good position. But now there is only the saving move, Queen e6. And I don't know, we all have different colors we want to play with, but most players are more happy to play with white, and I also prefer to play with white. My results are also better with white than with black. But I know some players who are also actually they prefer to play with black, and actually do very, but it's because they are scoring very well. Maybe they play some unusual opening, they play some system, they have played them so many times, they know them so well, so they don't mind to play with black. But most players prefer to play with white, and I feel it's a bit of advantage that you start the first move. You can steer the game maybe a little bit into the positions you like more, but of course, so I prefer to play with white, absolutely. Yes, Queen e6 is only move, and now her opponent is thinking, could it be that he forgot that Anna threatened to take on e7 with check? But it's just, when it's a position like this and there is one only move, then I would say it's almost impossible that he will not find it. I think it's an only move. If there are you have to, and it's not so many moves you need to calculate. So I'm quite sure that we will see the right move on the board, because that's the only way for black to stay in the board, to go Queen e6. But yes, we see how he is analyzing, and his clock is ticking, and so yeah, I'm glad he's taking some time, but he will, there's no doubt. And it's just a pity that Anna didn't have her rook on b1. If she had a rook on b1, she would actually be winning in this position. But when her queen is not defended, Queen e6 is just such a good move to play here now. And now it seems like he's still thinking. It's so exciting, but I cannot believe that we will see anything else than Queen e6 on the board. And it looks like he's on the way to move. It looks like he has decided, and that he is on his way to move. I'm not sure. I think Anna will grab the pawn. I think Anna will play grab the pawn instead of playing with the bishop pair. So that's what I think she will do. It's with the bishop pair with equal pawns, that would be wonderful to play, to get away with this black squared bishop. But when I think he's just surprised. I think, but when if Anna takes the bishop pair and plays for the pawn less, no, I'm not sure she wants to do that. I'm not sure she wants to do that. So yeah, I just think that it looks like black didn't see that Anna is friendly queen take e7 and knight take e7 with check. So he's thinking a little bit more here, and could it be that he has missed that? But there is this only move, and this only move is so obvious. It's so obvious. So I cannot believe that he will not play this in this position. But we're getting to an endgame, and endgames, I love endgames. Even though here we will have an active rook on a8, I would just wish that the rook wasn't so active, but it will absolutely be about equal, the endgame. And I think this is what we will see soon. But Anna has played nicely. I would say she has played fine, because as I told you before, I believe this position is easier to play for black than for white. And has her opponent played? No, he's still thinking. He's down to 80 minutes, but he looks quite decisive. And you know what he did? Did he resign? Did he resign? I don't know. Did he resign? Could it be that he resigned? Let's see. We have to wait to see. We have to wait and see. Could he resign? He resigned. He resigned. No, Anna doesn't offer a draw. I don't know the rules here. There are lots of tournaments where you are not allowed to offer a draw before 30 moves. So I think he resigned. He didn't see queen e6. Oh, this was actually very, very shocking. And I can see how Anna is shocked. She is shocked also. And she pointed on queen e6. And he just forgot about queen e6. I think he forgot about that when Anna takes after queen e6. This didn't happen. After queen e6, after this, here, he forgot that his pawn is attacking Anna's knight. And if she takes the bishop, the knight comes back. This is about equal. Anna has the bishop pair, but she has a pawn less. And if she attacks 2 pawns, here and here, black can defend. It's about equal, this position. The bishop pair is so strong. So Anna, but he resigned after knight f5. Wow, this is something. But he did believe Anna so much. He believed her so much. So, and he didn't see this queen e6. I'm quite shocked. But you know, resigning in position where you could keep on doing, lots of players have done it. Lots of strong players have done it. And so it's, you know, it's a mistake you can do. But it's because chess is so psychological. He see that the bishop is hanging, the knight is hanging, and Anna's threatening to take the queen with check. Oh, so Anna, wow, she won the game. I couldn't imagine. I was just so shocked when I saw that he gave her her hand. He stopped the clock and checked hands, and it means that he just resigned. But this is a good rule, that you should keep on playing. You should always keep on playing. But if you can't find queen e6, then of course you will lose the piece. But in general, in all kinds of positions, keep on playing, because as long as there are some practical chances, you should keep on. Of course, if you play against the grandmaster, you have a piece down, no chance, then it's a time to give up. But if there are some activities, if there are some, maybe the opponent has little time, maybe there are tactics, and there are a lot of different tactics to choose from, keep on playing. And this is actually a rule. When you have a bad position, it's good to make a move so your opponent has lots of things, lots of moves that are winning, not only one force. If it's one force, it could be easier. So Anna won this game. You ask me, I could never believe that this game would finish after knight f5. I am just completely in shock, and I believe Anna also. And we can see how they are sitting and speaking after the game. They are analyzing there, and this is just what I think is so beautiful with chess. I told you before this. After the game, sometimes if you have time, you go away and you analyze. And of course, don't leave here. Anna will be here with you at any moment. She will come here with you at any moment, and she will speak about her thoughts. She will also tell you what she was thinking of when her opponent resigned. And I can only believe that she is in completely shock, because there was only one move, but this is a move which would lead to about an equal endgame. There was no way for Anna to keep the queens on the board. There was no way for Anna to keep the bishop and to grab back a pawn, because she's playing with a pawn less. So it would become an endgame with equal chances. And here we see that they are signing the score sheets, because this is what you also do when you play classical chess. You have score sheets. You're writing down each move. You're writing down your opponents. You give the original copy, the original score sheet to the arbiter. The copy in yellow you are taking home, and you can see, and here we can see the kings. The king is on white square, which means that Anna won the game. And so we can see that she is relieved here. She's absolutely relieved. And yes, stay here a little bit longer. Anna will be with you at any moment. Anna will be with you at any moment. She is sitting there. I think she is taking some pictures, and she is relieved. She is happy, because it's always so nice, the feeling of winning again. Sometimes you feel like the world champion when you won again. It's just such a wonderful feeling. And of course you're happy when you get the full point, and it also gives you energy, it gives you optimism. So I am going to say goodbye to you very, very soon here, and you will, at any moment, you will stay with Anna. So stay here a little bit to hear her thoughts. I will also be so curious to hear about what she was thinking of during the game, how she was thinking when this happened. But her opponent resigned too early, so think of that, don't do that. And now Anna is leaving. She's going to the room. She will be with you at any moment. And I think I will have to say goodbye now. So thank you so much for watching. Anna will be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock CET time, and she will be with you at any moment now. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
I'm live. Did you switch?
Yeah. Do I have to put on hold?
Okay. Hello, chat. I am the luckiest person ever. Wait, can you? Wait, guys, give me 1 second. We need to just fix this.
Mm-hmm.
Can you put this?
Sorry, I was...
Okay, give me 1 sec, chat. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
I am so happy, so lucky. I am like literally the luckiest person in the world. Like, no idea how lucky I am. Okay, there we go. Guys, I am so lucky. I cannot believe my opponent resigned there. Like, what? Oh, okay, I should be there. Okay. Can I see chat? Can you switch give me so that I can talk to the people? But anyways, people, I won, and I am so happy, because, like, when he was thinking at the end, I realized that he could not find the saving move, and I was like, please, like, don't find queen e6, like, do not find queen e6, because I immediately saw, like, queen e6, I have to take, bishop takes knight, pawn takes f5, takes, and then maybe I have knight g5, and maybe I'm better. But I was like, please do not find this move. And then I thought, you know, he's been thinking for 5-6 minutes, he didn't find it, and then he resigned. And I wonder, am I better? I should be better, right? I was estimating that the eval was 0.7 for me at the end. But I don't know if that's true or if I'm joking. But I was estimating 0. Plus 0.7. So I don't know exactly what it was. No, it's 0-0. I am so lucky. I am so lucky. I am so lucky. I am the luckiest person in the world. I cannot believe it. There's no way. There's no way. Oh, you had to go Knight F8. So that is what okay, so I thought it was 0.7, but then I was like, but Knight F8 maybe holds it. So I saw Knight F8 as like maybe the saving option for him to prevent Knight G5. But it's not a super easy move. Like, you want to play like Knight B6 or something there if you don't really understand like the threat of Knight G5. So, yeah, wow. I honestly cannot believe that I won this game like this. I feel like my opening kind of sucked. I don't really know where I went wrong. Chat, do you know where I went wrong? Has my mom told you where it all went wrong? Because I couldn't really figure out where it was that it all kind of went wrong. Thank you so much for 1,000 bits, Eric. Thank you, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's no go. Oh, I can actually check. We both had accuracies of like 98, which makes sense because, you know, it was such a short game. Okay, wait, let me see where it all went wrong. I'm looking right now at the game chat. So, is A3 playable? It is playable, right? I wonder if B4 is good. It is pretty good. Oh, bishop D2 was the move that wasn't so good. So I should go rook B1. So this, queen B3. Okay, E5. Knight E2 is the best move. Oh, I feel like I can't have gotten that roasted by my mom. Oh, this game was so short now that I'm looking at it. Wait, this game feels so short. It feels like we're still in the opening. That I just won. Your mom liked your opening? Okay. Wow, the game just ended for me while I was looking at it. It's funny because every time that I like look at my game after I've played, I'm like, how are there so few moves? You know, in my brain, I have gone crazy. Like, my brain has gone brrrr, and I've thought about a million things. But on the chessboard, it looks like we haven't played barely any moves. Like, I don't understand why I would think for like 30 minutes in some of these moves looking back at it. But in my brain, whilst I'm playing, I'm going like crazy, you know? I'm going like crazy. But I'm really happy because, one, I won, obviously, which is absolutely amazing, especially from that position. Two, I finished so early. Chat, I can rest before the double round tomorrow. Tomorrow's double round, I have learned my lesson from yesterday. Today, everybody, I am going to have a self-care day. I'm going to go to bed at 9 p.m. I am not even... Okay, so I want to go to bed at 9 p.m., but there's also a Blitz tournament tonight. The question is, chat, do we play the Blitz tournament? Imagine if I win the Blitz tournament. Like, imagine if I win the Blitz tournament. You know? There's a Blitz tournament and it looks so fun. Like, imagine like playing Blitz all night. But why do they have the Blitz tournament the day before the double round? I do not understand. I do not understand. Like, it makes no sense. But imagine, chat, I play the best tournament ever. Imagine I win it. Imagine how historic that would be, like me winning the Blitz tournament. Like, imagine I get to play against a bunch of grandmasters and I get to like practice against a bunch of grandmasters. Like, wouldn't that be so cool? Maybe that will give me the chess lessons I need to win tomorrow. Listen to chat, go sleep. Okay, chat. I will, unless crazy circumstances happen, go to sleep. But please do not check the starting list tonight. Please do not check the starting list of the tournament tonight. Okay? Just let it. Just let it go. No, I should probably sleep, you guys. I kind of do want to go to bed at like 10 p.m. and just rest before the double rounds tomorrow because we're playing at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So there's a part of me that really just wants to sleep early. But I got 10 hours of sleep, so I'll see how I'm feeling. But anyways, chat, I am incredibly happy. like, I am incredibly happy. The recap of round 3 is going to be posted very soon. So check out my YouTube channel if you want to see what happened yesterday. It was an interesting game. I learned a lot from it. So that will be going up on my YouTube channel very, very soon. So that's that. Thank you so much, YouTube live chat as well. I am seeing you. It's so fun to be streaming for the first time on both Twitch and YouTube. So hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Great to see you. Thank you so much for supporting me throughout this thing. Twitch chat, thank you so much for supporting me throughout this whole journey. It is a really fun journey to play chess tournaments. It's, my favorite thing. And I feel so motivated now after winning today. Like, I needed this one. Because I was feeling very sad yesterday, chat. Like, I'm going to be honest, I was feeling very sad. But after winning today, yes. I don't care if it was an equal position and my opponent just resigned. I do not care. We won. And I'm feeling incredibly happy. So I'm going to film the recap. I'm going to get some food. I'm going to get plenty of rest. And we are going to make the comeback of the century. We're going to get not just like 4 points or 5 or whatever in this tournament. We're going to try to get 7 out of 9. Okay. High on copium. But 7 out of 9 would be crazy. It would be so cool. We are right now on 2 out of 4. And I am very motivated for this tournament now. Like, I'm very motivated. I was feeling sad yesterday, but now I'm feeling very motivated. Life really changes when you win or lose. Chess. It's crazy. If you've played a chess tournament, you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm feeling very motivated. So, 2 out of 4. There's a chance I played Alexander Botas now that I'm thinking about it. Because I think she won. I think she's also in 2 out of 4. And she's 1900, and I've played a lot of 1900s. But we have the same color. So, it shouldn't happen. But, Max, thank you so much for gifting a sub. To everybody that is subbing, by the way, throughout this tournament, I appreciate it so much. It's hard for me to say thank you to every single one because I'm playing, but thank you so much to the people that are subbing, normal subs, primes, whatever. Thank you so much to, I've gotten a few donos. Thank you so much for the donations. Really appreciate it. Really helps, do these sort of tournaments as well in the future. So thank you so much. I really appreciate every single one of you that is subbing, that is becoming part of our little sub club on Twitch. So thank you so much, really, like from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for that. And well, on YouTube, well, I guess you can't really sub over there, but so if you're watching my live stream on YouTube and you're not subbed to my channel on YouTube, sub right now, okay? Like right now, because we're getting really close to hitting 1 million. So sub right now. It's free and it's just press a button, sub. We're getting really close to hitting 1 million. So you can subscribe. I mean, you can sub on, but you guys know what I mean. Complicated stuff, okay? Complicated stuff. Anyways, I'm just very happy right now. Also, I'm posting all the VODs on Anna Cramling Extra, so sub also to Anna Cramling Extra. It's free, it's easy, and it's my second channel where I post all my stream stuff, and I'm posting all the VODs over there. So, yeah, sub on Anna Cramling Extra. Let's get some links in chat to Anna Cramling Extra. That would be great. And, yeah, I'm just very, very, very happy, chat. I'm very happy. Very happy. Well, thank you so much, Mom, for commentating. And yeah, I talked to my mom a bit before the game. She was so supportive, and so I really appreciate the support. So thank you so much, Mom, for commentating. Let's send some hearts for Mom. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I'm going to go get some, I don't even know what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? It's so early. It's 6 p.m. What do I even do? I think I'm going to get some food, maybe. I don't know. I'll film the recap. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go film the recap. Yeah. So, gonna go film the recap, gonna post the recap of round 3, gonna get some food, gonna get some rest, and I will see you all tomorrow at 9 a.m. for 2 rounds. We have 2 streams tomorrow, 9 a.m., 4 p.m. Iceland time. 2 streams tomorrow. It's gonna be a long day, but it's gonna be a very exciting day. Let's try to get 2 out of 2 tomorrow. Let's beat the double round day. The double round day is always the hardest, but let's beat it, okay? Like, let's be better than the double round day. That is what I want. Thank you so much, Arkansas, for the 8 months as well. Thank you. 9 p.m. Iceland time is 9 a.m. Iceland time is 10 a.m. CET. So it's an early round, but rise and shine, chat. We are early morning birds, and we can rise and shine and start the day early. So do not miss it. Might be the round I play Alex. Who even knows? Who even knows? So in 15 hours, everybody, that's when we're playing. All right, I'm going to raid somebody. Can you give me, who should I raid? Who should I raid, people? Give me a name.
Oh, there is Alexandra Chess.
Oh, Alexandra Chess.
You never did a raid her, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna rate Alexandra Chess because she is streaming here too. There's lots of different streamers here. I'll rate Alexandra Chess. Go and send some love. Thank you so much, Twitch chat. Thank you so much, YouTube chat. I will see you all tomorrow for round number 5. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Don't miss the recap on YouTube. Bye bye.